Hello everyone, what is going on guys? Welcome to another race here on Zelda Speedruns 2. Today we have the European weekly standard of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and I am currently accompanied by the wonderful commentators Daredevil X, Luna Soap, and Spell. Say hello guys.
Hi guys.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Hey, hey.
So, it looks like we're starting with a fire medallion this morning. That accompanied with our current hash. What do you guys think this is going to look like for it?
Lands on 50 skulls.
I agree.
For a mirror shield in chess game.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And you'll have to plant the beans to get the light arrows on the arch. There we go. We got them all.
Okay, 24 seconds left to go. And we have quite the selection of good runners for this restream today. We have Cariosa, Gorodin, Emosoda, and Cuphead. They have obtained quite the name. And we are going to be very excited to watch them race this.
Yeah, these are some good runners.
Really.
Definitely very powerful runners, but also very different play styles. So we're going to see how this is going to play out for them.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see a variety. Speaking of variety, we have a variety of tunic colors today. So which one is your favorite?
Immediately Cupheads for sure. That's amazing.
I like Cupheads, but Gordon going with the vanilla color. That's interesting.
Is that vanilla? It looks a bit
Fire
dark.
arrows in Midas house, by the way.
I actually like Cariosa's best, and with that weird choice of colors.
Oh, and a bomb bag.
Nice. I will set up now. Have much fun restreaming this and ping the heck out of me if shit breaks.
Sounds like a plan.
I actually prefer Emosoda's color
I like that
out of
one.
the selection. It's really bright and shiny.
So,
So
guess we could
bomb?
say we have an explosive start here, yeah?
Also, it looks like that. It looks like everyone is going for the Kokiri chest this time, and it contains a Deku tree starter pack. It's just
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
high
say.
pack.
You have bombs and you have a bunch of money. Decketry is definitely
Yeah,
really on
sure.
for me at least.
I imagine all these runners will be doing exactly that. I mean, when life gives you 99 rupees, right? But you do Deku Tree.
Yeah, and Kazooie, yes, they are all on the same seat. It's a race.
Gorodin actually going for Kokiri sword chest first, and then Midas house.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't really see that very often, but I guess.
I think it has something to do with the cycle the boulder makes.
Yeah, it looks like Cariosa is actually leaving Kokiri and going out. So
Okay, wanting to go to South Hyrule presumably, and making some use of the out of the bomb bag.
Yeah,
Absolutely makes sense.
definitely.
yeah, it looks like probably just gonna rush Castle actually at this point.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I was actually going to
This is
say I think I would just rush TC or something instead, personally, but this works.
Yeah, this could actually be like something like an early adult play.
This is an early CAC play. It looks like.
Okay, yeah,
What?
I wasn't expecting this. I figured he would go adult or something.
No, it's a hack play.
Are we going to see chickens?
3 minutes chickens. Oh,
You gotta take
I
a
missed,
risk
I
to
missed
win,
the
right?
first hint, sadly. There was a hidden at Decotree and I missed it. We're going
Yeah,
to
we're
see
going
if
to see it
goes
again. Yeah.
And it's Cagwave the hero. That's not surprising.
Curious, making the big brain plays then.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is actually chickens.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
wow,
So-
just rushing chickens. This guy is
Yeah,
no
let's
skill.
like with Cagwave the hero. That's actually like 1% better. Oh, Skull Mask seems to be dead.
It's nice.
That's always good.
Unless
What
you
is
really need those extra
Cuphead
bombs.
doing? Okay, trying to
Oh,
get
Cuphead is going for some. Deku
I just
stick
went
action.
for a damage buffered broken stick.
Yeah, I see some people do that. It's something I've seen a couple of runners practice actually, so perhaps we'll be seeing more of it. I'm not
It's a
sure if
pretty
it's
neat
worth it.
strat if you don't have enough money to buy a decent chunk of sticks. But
Yeah.
with a 99 pack of rupees,
It's kind of I'm surprised, but he's farming a lot of them. Look at this.
Just fill them up. I mean, you need them anyway. It's your most important weapon as a child. Because you don't have a sword most of the time. So this absolutely makes sense, just stocking up on them.
Yeah.
It's faster, way faster than farming the rupees to buy them.
Oh yeah. And rupees are really underrated. You will be needing quite a few, especially early on in the seed.
If you have at least, I think you can do a setup where if you have at least like 50 rupees, 40 to buy a shield and 10 for one stick, you can actually farm up the rest of the sticks on the way if you use a certain technique. So
yeah, there's this way where you walk backwards into it, right? And you just break the deck. Yeah.
So Imasoda finding a big Goron sword in the deku tree. Gorodin also picking it up. This can save quite some time.
Especially because it's this early. Like they'll just always have it as an adult. It's gonna save like literally minutes of the entirety of the seat.
I mean, you have the bosses, and you have, depending on what dungeons you have to do, there's quite some stealth fights that you have to do.
Yeah, knuckles, stealthos, that kind of stuff.
Carriosa picking up a scale in Back Grotto.
And they also got a hint that the Wasteland chest is dead, so...
Yeah, that's a really good hint.
Yeah, one of my favorites sometimes hints. I hate it when it's a Baron hint though. That's like just not what you want to see.
Alright, chickens, come on, have something good for us.
I highly doubt that. Chickens is a really controversial play. Oh, and a wallet also deku tree.
I mean, it's a weekly, right? If you want to win, you're gonna have to take some big risks. If this is like the best item you can get, like for completing the seed, like he's gonna be off to the races.
Watch it being another bomb bag.
Watch it be a bracelet or something.
That would be something that's actually useful, but because they already have one.
It's
a deku shield, so
still nice, but not worth it.
Not worth the time loss actually, because Carriosa already had enough rupees to buy one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm actually, well, I guess Carriosa doesn't really have any sticks, otherwise the Redead Grotto would have been a play, but... It'd be really bad if that scale is our way of the hero, because it could be for Logical Zor's the main access, or it could be for something on diving somewhere.
Yeah. Or maybe something you're supposed to get early from bottom of the lake, you know, like if there's no other way to get it, it could be something really good there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, and an ice trap. That's our first fool of the day.
But I think your guess of like saying that it's the main axis without ZL is probably a really good guess. I think you might be right there.
It's gonna depend on what that song that they get as adult is. And whatever else is also an adult Kakariko, but that could be...
Oh, 30 is a magic meter.
30 is a magic meter, okay. Well, we were kind of right about skulls having something.
Huh, how did that
yeah, not too far away.
fail? That looked right to me, the earlier one.
Oh, that also failed.
If you take damage, then...
If you take damage, it doesn't work. Imasoda really having trouble. Okay, this should have worked.
I think so.
It should have. Oh, it didn't.
That looked like actually
this is going to...
an accidental super.
Alright, now he has it, right?
This looks better.
Yeah, there he goes.
I think that last one failed because it was mostly just an actual super slide on accident, so...
He flicked the shield as well, like in anger. I can completely understand. I'd be annoyed too.
Okay, got the flame.
Nice.
Gorodin already has killed Queen Goma.
Gordon had a really clean kill.
Yeah, just his Deku in general is really nice. He entered later than Imasoda, but like finished faster. This has to be like the fastest bomb shoot bowling we've seen like on ZSR in a long time, right?
Oh yeah.
Also interesting. It seemed like Carriosa wanted to go to CAC and then do the Bolt of Destiny to adjust his time of day a little. But still, it was still too early, so he entered the market at daytime. Which is another quick 3 checks now. I wonder what he's going to do next. Maybe still early adult is on the table.
I think he's just going to do 3 songs, if I'm honest. That's what I would expect.
Oh no, there's gonna be a little bit of waiting around if you decide to go for 3 song. The time of day is just not adding up, but it looks like the adult play could be.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get hints here. in a
Probably
sec.
checking the hints first and then deciding on what to do. That's the second Keg Way of the Hero. Also, Desert Colossus Way of the Hero. Oh, whoa, not so fast.
And bottom foolish.
Desert Colossus Way of the Hero. Fire Temple Way of the Hero. Bottom of the Well being foolish today. That's a really good hint.
Yeah, that's great. So many checks. Just immediately write them off. Nice. Also, just make
Fire
some
Temple, right? I was like, this went by really fast.
Yeah, Fire Temple.
Desert Colossus, another
Desert Colossus.
Keg hint.
Yes.
And
Foolish Well.
yeah, those.
That foolish well is a really big thing.
Colossus probably song. Someone in the chat says. I think that's probably right. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, it's the song most of the times.
A third Cackway the hero.
We do see.
Really?
Yes, because
Yeah.
there was. Yeah, that's a third one.
Where was that? I missed that.
It was outside the Hyrule
I-
Castle or by Malin.
And we do see
Okay,
Karaoke
so-
going for the 3 song, I think.
We have Keg being double Way of the Hero today. I mean, Keg being Way of the Hero is not too surprising because of the amount of checks there are.
Way of the Hero Village is extra Way of the Hero Village 12 change.
Today, it's the
Yeah.
extra, yeah.
Yeah, definitely collecting skulls is one of those things you really want to start doing.
Also, because 30 Skulls was hinted at, as magic, that magic that you find in Keg on 30 Skulls is not the Way of the Hero, because Way of the Heroes that have other hints attached to it, Way of the Hero locations, those hints are never the Way of the Hero. There's always something else.
Right, yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope I
and
got
also-
that across correctly.
Yeah, and also building on that, every location has 2 Way of the Hero hints, but since we found a third one for Kakariko, we know that it is a double Way of the Hero.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to explain that real quick. So that's how we know that it's a double Way of the Hero.
Right. I think also lastly to add on to that is like, for example, if we find bomb bag in CAC, that cannot be it anyway, because we already found a bomb bag earlier. So it has to be something that has to be locked by something else. The chat though.
Okay,
There's 40,
Skulls.
which is bad.
40 is nothing.
Nice.
Also, so as Devin was saying earlier, if it's hinted, then it can't be Way of the Hero, and we're going to have hints for 50 as well, so we know that 50 is not going to be Way of the Hero.
Mhm.
So it could have an important item on it, but it's not going to be our hinted Way of the
Right.
Also, to our knowledge now, there's at least 3 songs or items in Keg that are required to beat the game,
hmm
including the magic and 30 Skulls.
Yeah.
Oh no, the miss on Gorodin. Gorodin's end on the shooting game.
This is not the EU aim I'm signed up for. Well, the magic could be second man, but it doesn't even matter what the magic is because it's just it's already available.
Looks like Imasoda's
Yeah,
going
that-
to buy a shield. I personally favor buying a shield.
Yeah, I think
Not
so.
as early as I can, but reasonably.
Saves so much time. I think if you're about to go adult, it's the time to go buy it. I feel like you shouldn't wait as an adult for a shield because that's just a time loss whenever you start doing combat. Usually pretty soon after.
True. And Empire has a song for us. She teaches us the Bolero of Fire.
Nice. Go get yourself another warp song right away.
Yeah.
Well, at least any other song.
That's a nice song to have early game.
Yeah, sure. Especially because you don't have hook and hover yet to actually access fire. So it's just immediately something you can do.
Yeah, it's just something to add to your song chain when you go to
Also,
be an adult.
Imasoda is really, really low on health. Sorry to cut you off.
Make me a bit nervous here.
Now that's the correct amount.
Yeah, they got this.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Iwasoda going adult before he does 3 song though.
I mean, in terms of time of date, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, it's also just something he's
Okay.
kind of known for doing. So
You can go, like, Kek is double Way of the Hero, so this is definitely worth it, rushing
there you
Kek
go.
as an adult. Also, you can make it, like, with the time of day that they arranged this far, they can make it to Kek as an adult, and probably still making it back until, like, nighttime.
Mhm.
And also, if the time of day doesn't line up exactly, they can always safe warp back, and then take a peek at Ganon's castle, which always sets the perfect time for night.
Yeah,
beginning of the night.
we do see though that two of our runners at least are going for the tree song play. And Imasoda, his time was perfect for doing tree song, but he just seems to opt for adult. I think it makes sense if you have double cack with the hero, then I think
this is like maybe that was their goal all along, but this turns out to be really convenient for them.
he does do it often.
We're seeing our medallion layout for the first time. What do you guys think of this?
Forest is forest, nice. The two
Luckily-
vanilla medallions. Is this even random?
Wow, DC is now in an incredibly strong start.
Yeah.
Like with that
Yeah.
bomb, like you can go to Keg, double wave the hero, and then immediately clear required Dodonga's Cavern, which is a medallion. This is a really good play.
I think DC has been just always a good play, like unless it's foolish.
Yeah.
But like, now it's just super good value.
Yeah, this is like the optimal start.
It really is, yeah. This is kind of what you're hoping for.
Yeah, this is actually
So-
something that's actually kind of lucky for them, is currently they don't have any Way of the Hero stone dungeons, but Shadow Temple being Shadow Temple,
Still find a way.
yeah, it's still find a way probably.
What were the other medallions again? We have them somewhere.
Spirit
Yeah.
was vanilla, Force was vanilla,
Spirit was
Light
also-
Medallion from... Fuck, what was it from?
There was Water Temple had Shadow Medallion, and Dodongo's had Water Medallion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Light Medallion was from... I don't remember.
Pocket was fire.
The other
and
one.
I think Jabu and Shadow were stone.
Yeah, Jabu Stone was Stone, for sure.
Okay, so
And also Deku is Stone, but we already
Deku
knew
was a
that.
stone.
Vanilla Deku even, I think.
So this is not randomized, right?
For sure. Three vanilla
Like,
medallions.
so the light medallion was on Fire Temple, right?
Right, yeah, there you go.
Okay. So we have assembled it now.
We did it.
The Carriota back in the forest, I assume going to group in Deku Tree and do the Lost Woods / Sacred Forest meta
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, didn't Imasoda make it to Keg in night during daytime?
No, he's checking the...
Wait, what was that?
He's
Was that
going
something
for all the
important?
Look like
checks first.
Okay.
Now he's going for Kak, I think. I think he's just waiting
so
for time of day.
Casually walking around Hyrule Field to waste some time of day.
Yeah.
Because if you don't go into Keg at nighttime, you miss one check.
Yeah, and Imasoda doesn't know that it's double Way of the Hero yet, because they didn't
they missed
check
The
the
hint that Deku.
stone.
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
I mean, even with
Oh,
just
now
one way of
Cariosa-
the hero, though, you
What?
still want to go there, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure after seeing that third CAC Way of the Hero, I think that Cariosa is thinking that going to CAC early was not a bad plan.
Definitely.
Like, probably feels a little less bad.
Just wonder if it's really gaining him anything. I mean, you could have just done that later as well. Like, I'm wondering if it's really worth it, but I think in the end of the time, it's gonna be a major difference in time loss. So it's a risky play, though. I mean, if the chickens was the thing he was looking for, like,
Yeah,
he's
probably.
so far ahead now. Like,
Ah, yes, the Way of the Hero piece of heart, of course.
I do think one thing we need to keep in mind, though, is that scale will help Cariosa route in a river right after he's done in Lost Woods. So that might be something really good for him there.
Yeah, and if Scale ends up being one of the Way of the Hero items, then that could be even better for
Did
domain
you see
routing.
that?
Wait, what happened?
Gorodin
Jeez,
jumped off the bridge into the cutscene and was on the bridge again for the cutscene. That looked
Yeah,
really,
teleports you
really fun.
there. Yeah, because you run down the bridge in the animation in the cutscene.
Yeah, that was cool. I wonder if that was intentional or not. Putting on a big show.
It's cool swag anyway. I think it should be
So,
intentional.
where was the scale again?
It was in
Back
CAC, but where? Oh,
The back grotto behind the potion shop.
Oh yeah.
So this could very well be one of the rarity heroes.
And
I
there's
wonder
bomb
what
luck
for
bombs.
though. Like, we already have bombs, but we don't have ZL, so there might be something in Zoro's domain, maybe, or at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, I
That
think
knocks
it's probably
me out
for
or
gain
something.
access. That's what I'm thinking.
It looks like we're gonna see a daytime adult CAC from Gordon, so we get to see one extra check. Wait, did Imosoda not check Guru?
No, he's going back there. He's doing DC first, I imagine, and gets teleported back to CAC and then finish the rest off. I think
Yeah,
that's
like you get warped immediately. Like you are 1 pixel away from CAG.
Yeah.
If you do
And it
DC.
does set time of day.
And it does set time of day. True. Like that's really good routing.
what's he doing here though?
The Metagoron hint.
Checking the hint.
Ah, okay.
Also, it looks like we found a second bomb bag.
Who is dead. But yes, the second bomb bag was in Death Mountain Trail in the bombable wall.
Okay, so that one is definitely bomb locked.
Ooh.
Or hammer locked, maybe.
Well, I think we found one of the way of the heroes.
What was that?
Gordon found a pair of iron boots, so I imagine that's probably
Andrew.
yeah from Anju, our adult.
Those are kind of important.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, like chat's saying, nope, it's Nehru love.
It's Nehru's. Sure, why not? Gotta suit her safely, you know.
When Minuet. That's interesting, because we do not have Sarias.
Yeah, well, that no longer matters much either, unless something is behind Sarias. But
Oh, I really love early Minuet.
yeah, same.
Minuet is great.
It's just another song you can go pick up right away. So it's nice.
Like it chains into two songs if you like.
Yeah,
If you didn't do Child 3 so first, that is.
yeah, it's just gonna be nice for Imosoda, right? Because he didn't do Child
Yeah,
3
it's-
yet,
It's
so
really, it's perfect.
he's gonna feel good about that for sure.
This he doesn't look too terrible yet.
Not yet, no. On
Also,
paper, so far, it's starting to look pretty good, honestly, in general.
And now you guys have jinxed it.
Yeah, but maybe that's what we want because as a commentator, we don't really, as commentators, we don't really care about the players having a good time. As
care about
commentators and
feelings.
watchers, we want some incredible dumb logic to happen so the race is entertaining.
No, I want the race to also have a good time, but what I think is most important, it's just not a jet. I kind of want a race, you know, like I want some excitement. If it's a jet, it's just I sleep really.
Yeah, but we just hate the players.
Speaking of
No, we don't. Disclaimer: we don't hate the
interesting
players.
plays, Cuphead is in Fire Temple.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's doing the checks he can do there real quickly.
Also,
Waiting
Mirror
for
Shield
the
is on
nom.
Hard-
Okay, that didn't work
So-
out.
So we know where Mirror is now.
Wait, was that on, what was that on Frog hinted on Frogs 2?
Fox 2 is dead.
It's that. Okay.
Isn't it always?
Sometimes. Let's just say then.
I like what Cuphead is doing here by going into Fire Temple first. Just getting those checks out of the way. You know that Hammer is not there this way, and like you just don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a super tiny time loss, but like if it the potential for time gain is enormous.
Yeah, you just also gives you valuable information.
Very.
It just tells you that you don't need to come back without the hammer. Also,
Yeah.
there's a bow on
Not
Dante
gonna
Race.
do that.
That's
Yeah.
our first bow.
What an item to find.
Yeah, so we have a bomb bag, we have a bow, and some good information.
And we know where Mirror Shield is, so...
We do. I
Yeah,
missed
it's on the
that.
TARDIS and CAC.
That's good to know.
And
Also,
for those...
that's entirely right, entirely in logic right now because of the bombs we have, so we can buy beans and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah,
anyway,
J-Bone, there was nothing in DMC except for a song, but that's it.
then where is Imosoda going?
Going to
Oh, he's doing more
checking checking things along the way.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we talk about it earlier that Emo Soda didn't go to the windmill?
He didn't know.
So going all the way to
I mean,
to get the minuet check, but then later finding minuet, that's going to be quite the time loss.
it depends. It could be okay in his case because he has no way to warp back.
Was that the Dongo's Cavernous way of the hero?
DC way the hero.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Wow.
What a stacked! Oh my god! Just go there.
With that, that's all of our way of the heroes.
It is, yeah.
Yep, we already have every one of them.
So anyway, I still think getting a minuet here is probably a good idea because we don't know what warp song we're going to get next out of it, and it might be, you know, a pretty long way back to CAC if you don't get Nocturne. So this might work better for him.
One quick question about Emo Soda. Okay, they can. So if you have fire arrows but no bow or magic, you can still pull out the bow and do biter skip with it.
Yeah, the game just doesn't really expect you not to have the bow, so it just puts the bow in your hands.
Yeah. But also since you can't fire them because
You have no arrows.
obviously you don't have magic, but secondly, without finding the bow, you don't have a quiver to actually pick up arrows.
So, something interesting. Cuphead found 2 small keys in Fire Temple, which means that they can continue into deeper fire.
I don't think he will, though.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't
they
have
definitely
they
could.
don't have the health for it.
It's even in logic because we know where the wallet is to buy a Goron tunic.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's a logic, but I don't think it's a good
one
idea.
quick note about Fire Temple and tunic requirements. So the things that are in logic in Fire are actually the room where the boss door is, and the room with the bridge. But everything after that is not in logic without Goron tunic. Also fighting Volvagia is not in logic without the tunic or wallet to buy one.
Yeah, but if you have a wallet, it is. But the wallet has to be accessible with any items you can get already. So if it's like if it's a wallet locked behind the hammer, for example, or it's a wallet in there, it's already out of logic. But in his case, it is because we have wallet available to us already.
Looks like a big Goron is dead. That's good.
Did anyone see what was on top of DC ceiling there? I mean, we got a quick glimpse, but I couldn't make it out.
Saria teaches a Sun song. And 50 is dead. So the maximum amount of skulls we need to collect this seed is 30. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a boomerang on top of DC.
So that is
Wow.
Aria's on Minuet check. So Minuet is could be way of the hero for. Actually, it is way of the hero for Sacred Grove exit. Or
Yeah,
Sacred
for Forest
exit.
access, for sure. Yeah, definitely. So that probably makes it Iron Boots and that. It could, of course, be something else, but right now that looks pretty likely. I don't think we've seen anything else in there, actually, because we also saw archery check, so I think that's the 2 things we're looking for.
I mean, we saw a scale, but it's probably...
It's probably not scale. If Iron Boots are this early accessible as well, I don't think it's scale.
Yeah, we still haven't.
Well,
seen
yeah, the scale takes
other-
away... Iron Boots takes away that scale requirement for...
Unless it's Lab Dive, but yeah, that probably isn't it.
Yeah, it probably isn't Lab Dive.
No.
No one has been to South Hyrule yet.
Also, I think for Lab Dive to be Way of the
Wow,
Hero,
that's
I would require
a handy $200.
it would require skill too, I think.
Those
Oh,
there's a
$200 in DC
Swords
are really
River left.
convenient.
The Zora's River freestanding heartbeat, by the way, is a bow, so that's the second bow already.
Yeah, and Ocarina of Time teaches Prelude of Light, so there goes that dream.
Is that a dream? I don't know if I want another AD seed after yesterday's scrub race, to be honest.
So it seems that in the second Frost Meadow as an adult we found Saria's song. That
Yep.
makes Minuet and Kakariko Village actually Way of the Hero.
It does.
Or one of them, I suppose.
It makes you wonder if Emo Soda will see that, though, when he gets there. Because he might actually, you know, in the rush of the race, when you just get that minuet, you're like, okay, well, I've already been there. And you kind of just quickly forget. I don't imagine he will, but I've seen worse things happen to people.
Yeah, that's true.
Emo Soda is known for taking very detailed notes.
He does, yeah. So I don't think he'll miss it.
How did he even manage to do that during a race?
You guys ever seen his note sheet? It's actually ridiculous. It looks like you know, when you see like a movie where there's like this insane person and they just have like the walls completely filled with like notes and scribbles. That's his note sheet. I'm not even joking. It literally looks like that. It's crazy.
No, I couldn't bother to fill that all in during the heat of the race. Imasoda's going to buy some bombs here.
You just need a refill, so it makes sense. You don't want to run out of bombs. That's a really bad place to be in.
So what do we want to see out of this Way of the Hero, Dodongo's Cavern? That Gordon
Hook
is-
shot. I'm almost certainly going to be hook shot.
Yeah, hookshot is definitely the safe bet here. Because it has to show up soon. Maybe a strength upgrade.
Because we also have Minuet, which puts forest axis.
And it's a strength
Strength.
upgrade.
I was strength with my next.
I just said it. I just said it.
Yeah, I just
Oh
want
god.
to. So that's also a really, really high chance of that being here. But it could even be both hookshot and strength. I wouldn't even.
Watch
surprise
this being
me.
the hookshot. Oh, it's a slingshot.
I'll go man logic at least.
There's a boomerang on top of Dodongo's Cavern.
We saw Gordine pick that up earlier.
Oh, are we spoiling again? Are we ahead again?
I'm sorry.
God.
Those 1 second spoilers.
Gosh, guys. You're with the program,
I'm
chat.
going to refresh real quick.
It's not us that's spoiling. Actually, chat, it's you that's behind. It's not us. It's you.
Yeah, come on, chat.
Oh, you meant my guess. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't ahead. I actually guessed it. Was there an item on Queen Goma? I think not.
No, nothing.
Oh, that's another bow in Zora's River.
Yeah, I mentioned that one a couple minutes ago.
I missed that one.
It's alright. It's a lot of things happening. Sometimes you miss something.
Yeah, that's why I prefer having 3 comms over 2. Just because there's so much stuff going on.
One more check left in DC.
Looks like there was nothing else.
We don't know yet. Could still be on
Yeah.
Dodongo
True.
himself.
At least until King Dodongo.
I've seen a lot of hook shots on this guy. I don't know why, but just the randomized
I have
teams
seen
love
highlights
it.
on them. Dodongos loves eating hook shots. Like that's his second favorite meal right after Goron.
I can't imagine Gorons to taste.
Oh
really
no, Valvaja eats Gorons and
Doesn't Dodongo also eat them? When I didn't wait, what do they eat again? They eat something. Bomb flowers, maybe?
well
Well,
they
Dodongos
like
were eating all the in there, so they were starving or something.
Oh
no,
yeah.
it's like because of the Dodongos in Dodongo's cavern, the Gorons cannot enter there because it's too dangerous to actually get the.
You have to wonder though. They're not that
tasty
scary
blocks.
to deal with. Like, why can't they just do it themselves? If a child can do it, surely they can. What's that? Oh, it's just a
That's
recovery.
just a recovery heart.
No, actually, it's not.
That's not a recovery heart.
You baited.
Imagine taking the time risk to pick up 1 heart because you're really low and then catching an ice trap.
No.
That just happened. Okay.
So our Way of the Hero is the strength then. In
For
Dodongo's
sure,
Cavern.
yeah, of course.
Unless there's something on Slingshot minigame.
Yeah, it could be. It could actually just be for Goma. Yeah, that's something.
I mean-
wait, Goma's nothing. Never mind.
Goma
so-
was a stone and the stone
Yeah.
and OT is not required, so that's.
Yeah, I just completely forgot for a second that Goma was a stone. That's so unusual in my experience.
Yeah, we definitely should watch out for other slingshots though.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's locked by that slingshot. I mean, there's nothing. Like, the only way the slingshot is. There's another slingshot locked by the slingshot if there's an item on the.
Yeah, there would have to be something on Slingshot minigame, otherwise.
Right. Wait, no. I was thinking about the slingshot unlocking Child Spirit, but we have the boomerang already, so that's probably not the case.
No, I think it's very
Yeah.
unlikely that it's a Slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Especially
big
how
thing
important
about
this.
the big thing about slingshots is that there are 2 others in the game, and there's only 1 possible location for a slingshot to lock a slingshot right now. So we can deduce that slingshot's not Way of the Hero.
Yeah.
True. We can completely safely say.
I mean, that's not entirely true. Let's say, for example, that the Slingshot locks Strength 2 and that both Slingshots are behind
Oh yeah,
Adult
that's true. Like,
Spirit. But these are such edge cages, like, with such low probabilities, it's, like, not worth considering.
It's insane, yeah.
Also, just because a place is Way of the Hero doesn't mean that there's only one item. Like, you can have Way of the Hero Fire Temple and have 2 or 3 items in it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
That's
it's always
why we always clear Way of the Heroes.
We do see Emo sort of going out of his way to collect skulls. Makes sense. You know, you want that magic. You don't want to risk magic being magic locked.
Also,
So,
Cariosa's
Emo has
going...
not gotten
Go ahead.
Minuet yet. So,
Very true. Cariosa's going to show us some Giant River action. I wonder if there's something on there. Maybe they're like inspecting the skull they found and it leads to anything.
Carrio's going for a very long child here, actually. I mean, it's 34 minutes in and he's still a child. He hasn't gone adult yet at all.
he rushed early adult, I thought.
No, he rushed early cack.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And now he's going to plant a bean, which can be useful. I mean, it helps you get out of here when you warp there. I mean, there's nothing on top of Crater, but it's still useful because it's a nice shortcut to get out of here.
That's true.
Especially when you don't have hook shots or hover jets, which we still haven't found, so it's good play.
I mean, we're going to need the hook shot at least at one point. Hoverwood's not so much.
Hook shot just locks so much that's super required in the sea. There's water we need to do, forest we need to do. Like, that's already 2 things you're gonna need it for, so...
Cuphead is going for both dreads on the bomb flowers, which are, if you try to hit them from a distance, it's quite finicky because the hitbox of the boulders is so large.
Yeah, you also want to have the bottom right one. The other ones are literally not hittable.
Yeah. Also, Cuphead demonstrating that if you go close up and shoot from slightly above, that it's actually more likely to work.
Yeah.
It's not about how far away it is, it's about the principle.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we thinking about going next? Because we've seen a lot of locations pretty early.
Yeah, that's true. Imasota just dodged the ice trap on King Dodongo, by the way, with just 1.5 heart, not picking up that 1 heart.
Yeah.
Because it loses time. That's some sheer commitment.
He just, it's not something he would pick up, I think.
I mean, if you're comfortable playing with 1.5 hearts, that's not too bad.
Yeah, which he definitely is.
Yeah, like runners of this caliber are like
Oh yeah, for sure.
really chill.
Also, even sort of like, you know, he doesn't.
Foolish.
Goron City foolish in Goron City. Wow,
So
that's really cool.
one slight advantage, I guess we'll say, that Cariosa has going into adult at this time is Cariosa has Sun Song, so they can check the grave in the graveyard.
Yeah.
While they're there.
That's definitely something you can do that the others can't, and I think that might, you know, it might actually come in really well. I'm thinking where you would go with the things you have right now.
It doesn't look like a top priority at the moment because they still have some things to do.
I think with no hook shot, you're actually kind of limited in the options you have. I would actually consider just farming skulls for 10 and 20 because I think the hook shot might be there.
That's what I was thinking. Is your skulls should start being a priority, especially since
For sure.
we're down.
You also got early boomerang, which is further compounding why I think that hookshot is probably on skulls.
Yeah, like having Boomerang and Sunsong early is incredibly useful for skull routing.
Yeah. And also, you know, magic is 30 skulls already, so regardless, it's a good effort to start putting in skulls. But I think the chance you'll find a hookshot as well, I think, are actually.
The problem with magic itself is like by itself it doesn't unlock anything. You need a good tool to make use of that. And we have fire arrows in the bow now, so there might be something fire locked, but it's not the wasteland because we already know that.
Yeah, I
So
do want to
maybe Composer's Grave but that's locked behind Zelda's Lullaby right now.
Right.
So it doesn't look like magic is going to do us any good at the moment.
Yeah,
so rushing the skulls, like going for quite some of them is actually advised, but really rushing all the skulls is not that important right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way too far for skulls, but I'd definitely pick them up as I go. And like Purple was saying, GTG in the desert is available to us right now. So that could be a location that people decide they want to go.
Oh
to.
yeah, we have obtained a horse.
A
Nice.
vanilla horse.
Just get a horse. I don't recall learning Eponas at any point, but I must have forgotten something.
I'm
One of
pretty
those was
sure.
vanilla.
I don't see anyone has marked it on that. Oh no, Cariosa has marked it on his tracker.
Think
Could that just be a mistake on his part? Because no one else that did 3 song has it marked. Which
I
I
think Gorotin is about to find out if it's vanilla or not, so we can confirm that in a minute.
I thought it was vanilla, but no one has gone back for that mirror shield yet, which is intriguing.
Yeah, the mirror shield is not really important right now.
Not at all.
Because it
Like
doesn't
you don't have
anything.
strength 2 and you don't have.
Wait, there was a
spirit
hint. There was a hint up on the Death Mountain Trail near Bicaron, and it was something about the Composer's Grave,
Huh, it is Eponas.
but I think I missed what it said. So maybe someone in chat can point that out real quick, if they got it. Look, it looks like going to know what is inside the Composer's Grave is not really that bad right now. Just knowing it at least.
So I think I have a theory about what actually is kind of expected in this seed. Those beans that Cariosa bought, right? I
Yeah.
think the scale might actually be for bean access to get your hookshot from Adult Lake. Because just thinking about like all the options you have, so many of it is like just logically not available because you're missing
mean,
hookshots.
The bomb bag by itself puts Adult Lake highly into logic because of you just need the bomb bag.
Well, yeah,
prevent
okay,
the beam,
fair, but
and
either
with the
way.
beam you can do everything.
By the way, like it's pretty like I feel like it's pretty likely it might be in Lake Hylia. That's just kind of what I feel.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of Lake yet.
So I went back and looked at the VOD, and the hint was that Composer's Grave Darkness is a blue ruby.
Okay.
Good to know. It's an annoying check.
Yeah, it could have been a hint about the song in there.
I think the argument for climbing fire is pretty good too.
Also, like, magic is like really that makes magic a lot less important because we know that all fire lock checks that are available right now
Yeah, another
don't have anything.
required either. Like there's just very little you need magic for right now. It's pretty much only for light arrows, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
like something with fire arrows and Spirit Temple because of key logic or stuff like that.
Oh, does anyone care about that? Like
Very
practically
cool.
speaking.
Very cool ground jump setup by Cuphead, by the way, just casually walking and continuously walking on the spot into the bomb.
Yeah, Cariosa did that. No, Garodin did it as well earlier.
I sadly missed that. I really wonder how that works. Like, there's a million setups for that.
Right, it's just a ground jump, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's so many fancy things you can do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So a big thing we were talking about earlier about the Fire Temple push, how that's starting to look pretty good. A lot of people don't really want to do it because we don't have a hook shot and we don't have a hammer. And so it makes it seem very unappealing to a lot of people. And Gordon is not get it. Okay, talk to Scrap. Okay, I was like,
I think we'll probably see a hookshotless GTG pretty soon from these runners.
I do hookshotless GTG before I do hammerless and hookshotless fire.
Yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
need to learn that trick. I actually haven't
Nothing.
looked at it
Two.
into it.
Alright, so Slingshot game is dead, so that's
The
good.
problem with hookshotless GTG, by the way, like everything in there is not in logic, so it might, but like it's definitely not going to give you a hookshot that's in logic right now.
No, there are some checks that could give you a hookshot in logic, but not a lot of them now.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have many options left.
No, I still think Adult Lake is a good play personally, because you can do river along the way for it.
You could also peek shoot the sun if you really wanted to.
You could peek it, but I mean, it does. What's the value really? mean, you know there's
Information.
something there then, but like you can run it in so many times later as well. But yeah, if you're going to go adult lake, you should obviously check it
I
as
wonder
well.
where Serenade is. Wait, didn't we see Serenade already? It was on the crater.
Yeah, crater.
Quickly filling up my information. Yeah, so Lake isn't even too hard to commit to right now because we have the warp song. Oh,
And-
hammer time!
Wow, okay, Emo's finding it. First person to do those Southside roll checks. I think actually this is a really good play. I kind of like just forgot about it, but yeah, with bombs that early accessible, I think actually that was probably the
Yeah,
best.
that was the Hyrule Field Scrubs rotor.
Yeah, see, now fire looks a
Really
lot
good
more
play.
appealing.
Yeah, the wallet also really makes sense here now, actually, because you know it's probably expecting you to have the wallet. To buy it.
Soda actually didn't do 3 songs, so does not have Bolero.
No. He does have Minuet though, so it's a pretty short run from there, but still a little bit of time he's going to be wasting. He doesn't have a way to get there though. That's actually what I forgot about. But he's going
It's going to be an interesting child segment for Emo because Emo has been adult already, so already has the strength, already has a boomerang, and that boomerang is going to be useful in helping clean up some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he in the face, he has no Bolero, so he's going to 3 song. Makes sense. He probably sees the writing on the wall. He has a wallet, he has, you know, a hammer. All he needs is access. It's a good guess that one of those 3 songs is probably going to be the fire one. No,
And if it's
Copper, don't do it!
And even if it, like, in Emo's mind, even if it's not Bolero, you don't have ZL yet, so
Yeah.
that's still something you're thinking about.
No hookshot either. So even like if Bolero is not here, you still have no access anyway.
I need to refresh.
I think in general we're seeing really good plays from the runners, to be honest. Just like even though they're all kind of doing very different things, I think actually all of their choices really make a lot of sense.
I mean, they don't have too much available at the moment, so they're just doing stuff in a different order than the other persons are doing. So
Yeah, but I mean, like they've been doing it in different order pretty much for the entire feed. But like actually, when you look at their progress, they're pretty much all on the same spot page here.
yeah, it seems they are going to rejoin soon.
Yeah, I'm still thinking that if chickens ended up being something, that would have been like the biggest Galaxy Brain play from Carrie.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been so far ahead now.
I was actually really hoping for it, especially when we saw the double cack way the hero. I was like, come on.
Yeah, same. If someone is ballsy enough to just rush chickens, like first thing, he didn't even like skip, like do anything. He just went right for it, like just checking Mido's house, the sword chest, and chickens next thing. I can respect that. I want to see that work, but it didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, like most of the time, chickens does have anything, despite Cack being wave the hero or double wave the hero even.
Yeah.
It's just a check that's really slow, so most people aren't going to bother with it unless it's their last check in the game.
I will still defend it though, because it's a weekly, and if you want to win a weekly, you're gonna have to take some big risks, and that's like if that is like what you're looking for, that can actually just win you the seed right there. So I can understand it, but
Also, these players have some good execution on them, so they could actually make up some time for checking the chickens.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, having good execution in this game actually allows you to be a bit more thorough than your opponents if they lack execution.
It's an interesting thing about randomizers is execution is half the battle, and then knowing logic and routing is your other thing.
Yeah.
And you can have one without the other, and it's gonna hurt you pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, people obviously execution was obviously everyone values it highly, and you should, and routing is also very highly. But I think even though people value it highly, I think that execution is still undervalued by most players, because if you just have a really good execution, you're just gonna do more in less time. So at that point, it just makes up for a lot of routing mistakes. Whereas routing, it's still like if you're a really good router, you're still gonna make mistakes because it is at the end you're just guessing on probabilities, right? So, whereas good execution is always rewarded.
I quickly want to stress here that that Cuphead actually had to double read the Dungus Cavern with the hero hint just to make sure he didn't get it wrong. Also, Cuphead already has cleared the Dungus Cavern, so he has to think back what he found there.
And Cuphead going back into Fire Temple, but does not have the hammer, unfortunately.
Makes sense from his point of view, though. I mean, like, there's not much left he can do. I think he may have just forgotten about South Hyrule checks. Like, it's an easy thing, I think, to forget.
Yeah, especially if you do like a Deku or Rush Market. Or even
You rush it in, yeah, you route it in usually when you go for GTG, and then you remember, oh yeah, South Hyrule, gotta check that. That's usually when you remember.
Yeah.
Is the appeal for going to South Hyrule is not very big for Cuphead because they didn't plant a bean, so they can't really do much at Lake if they wanted to warp there with Serenade, and so
Yeah.
from their standpoint, it's just not efficient.
Yeah, no, for sure. And how little he still has left to do, he's probably like thinking, oh man, what if Fire Temple has something? So he's just got on Tunic and he's like, I'm going in.
Also, 10 Skulls is an ice trap.
Haven't we seen 3 ice traps already?
Yeah,
3.
yeah, that's the third one.
Like Cuphead is going deeper to fire with the Goron Tunic they bought.
And Karios not
Okay,
grabbing
Batman.
Hero's Love. Okay.
I think he must be feeling good about finding opponents now, because I don't know where I was going to go with that train of thought. I completely lost myself. Sorry.
I mean, I'm thinking, Karios is probably thinking, cool, desert's an option now. I have a bow. We can actually do some stuff if we need to go out there.
Yeah, I mean, completely out of logic, but you can go there.
It's not out of logic. You can do horseback archery. You can do 4 checks in GTG.
That's fair, but I mean, like, it's not an appealing play, I would say.
There's some other stuff that you can do and route in pretty tight before you do that. What were you saying, Devin? I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine. I actually forgot what I wanted to say, but it's no big deal. We also need to find a lot of songs. Like, we definitely need... Maybe not definitely, but we could use some...
That ZL is making me nervous.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, probably... Could this be a ZL seed?
I think I know where it is. It's definitely on the Force Medallion check. That's what I'm thinking at this point, because we're only a hookshot away from being able to do Forest, and then you can just get ZLs from the Medallion check.
Did we see the Sunsong Grave from Cariosa? Or did I miss it?
I don't think he has done it yet. I think he's doing this first. Could be out of
Nothing in this Fire Temple.
I don't think it's...
Hookshot! Hookshot is in Fire Temple, no!
Wow.
This is huge for Cuphead. This is huge.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was in the maze.
Yeah. That's just a great...
Wow.
Definitely.
And not hammer locked at all.
Yeah. This is only... Like, this is locked by the wallet. And... Oh. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it.
Yeah. So, good find by him.
Oh wait, it's strength. Strength 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strength. So
Everyone
the way of the
just
hero
skipped.
Dongo's Cavern led to this way of the hero.
I think it's really good intuition.
Another
go
skate
here.
also in fire.
Yeah.
We have both skates now.
And now Cuphead's like, okay, I think I'm good now.
We do have Fire Temple hinted as well if the hero, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
okay.
Yeah, that makes
Great
a lot of sense.
intuition. Such a good play on his behalf.
And it's probably it feels bad for Cuphead being key locked out of fire at that point because you were so close to the shortcut.
It's gonna be really good for Imasoda though, if you think about it, because he's gonna get Bolero soon. He's gonna go to Fire Temple and he's gonna find that hookshot and already has the hammer, so he's just gonna be able to clear it in one go. So it's gonna be really efficient for him.
Yeah, but the big thing is that Emo may or may not set up Scarecrow Song before going in there, and because don't have a hook shot.
He won't set it up.
I mean,
I don't expect him to do that because he doesn't have Serenade yet.
The hammer was on the Hyrule Field Scrub Grotto.
Yep.
And Cariosa is going into Fire Temple.
No, Fire Temple is just a single ward.
Yeah.
The way of the heroes we have so far, Kakariko, which is double way of the hero.
Mhm.
For either the scale or Minuet.
Or Strand.
Or Iron Boots.
Yeah.
Iron Boots probably.
Iron Boots almost.
Minuet definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's the two we're looking
Scale
for.
not so
Almost.
much right now.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything in the main, to my knowledge.
Have we seen Domain at all?
Yes, we have seen the main. If there was, if it had something important, I think someone would have pointed it out. I didn't.
I don't think we've seen anyone actually go into Domain yet.
Yeah, Scale being way of the heroes.
Yes, I
not
think
very
Cariosa
likely.
went into Domain.
Yeah, but immediately left, right, to go to River.
Like they did diving game and
Oh,
torches.
oh yeah, no, you're right. I remember now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Something we haven't seen. Rideau Valley.
Sorry, Domain is such a boring place. My mind just blanks for the duration of it.
Oh, I just noticed something. If we get our hands on the Forest Medallion now, this actually gives us access to 2 new songs.
Yeah,
On Burning Keg and
That's what-
the one on
yeah, that's why I said that it's probably behind Forest Temple at this point, because the hookshot just came into Logic as well, so that kind of like I feel confirms it.
This hookshot find is like the best thing to have right now. Like the hookshot had to show up soon anyway.
Yeah.
And there it is. And Cuphead is the first one to actually make good use of it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearing Forest at this point is really huge. It looks like Karios was also about to pick up the hookshot.
Mhm.
Check, I think it was.
No,
It was- it
the
was-
maze. It's the South Maze.
Oh, yeah. Karios is not there, not up there yet.
No.
True.
I wonder.
All of those Goron rooms look the same for some reason. If you
Well,
don't
they
see,
literally do, yeah.
if you got anyone go in, or like grottos, all of the grottos are the same. So if
Yeah.
you don't see any, if you see someone picking up an important item, you have to wait until they go out, and if they warp out, you're in bad luck.
I actually think, like, in terms of just looking at like what checks have been done so far and how it's been routed, I think actually, I think Imosa has been the most efficient because unless that boss key is like behind Pierre, he's gonna be able to just blast through it as well now, which is gonna be nice for him. He won't have to come
Come on.
back.
Oh my gosh.
Also, it seems that we found our final foolish location, and it's the market.
Yeah. What about that, huh?
Let
You never
the game
saw that
dream is
before.
dead.
Is it just me or is Market really often foolish? It just seems to happen so often to me.
It always seems
me,
like the
that's
scene I'm like mentally prepared for something to be into the market. It's foolish. And I'm already like 4 or 5 checks deep in the market, and it's like, hey, you've got like 1 or 2 left. No.
Yeah, yeah. You never find it early, which is annoying because most of the checks there are pretty time consuming in a way.
Yeah. And they're also available pretty early, which is the
Yeah,
problem.
exactly, which is why you'll do them.
Yeah, that's the problem entirely.
But then you always find like I don't know, Market foolish and like I don't know, like Colossus or something. Like always on place you'll check pretty late. It's like, okay, game, you could have told me sooner.
Yeah. Okay, now Karios is picking up the hookshot.
It's like, thanks for letting me know that my entire early game was wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one time you skip a check in market, it always has something.
Oh, that happened in the first Scrubs race. Exactly that. Something that could have been a complete jet turned into a 3-hour slog because of that.
Yeah, I forgot in a race. I forgot to do. I think in one race it was the Boas Bombshell Bowling, which had the letter which unlocked the rest of the game, and in one it was something on Slingshot minigame. Sometimes you just don't want to commit to that,
Yeah.
or you just forget it.
I really dislike this domain play by Imasoda. I really think you shouldn't be doing this right now without a letter.
So speaking of plays, Gordon is now in Fire Temple with a hammer, so you'll get to see some new checks here.
Oh, he got one too. I completely missed this. This is gonna be really good for Gordon.
Yep. So if the boss key, oh no, like the Fire Temple is hinted way of the hero, so there's no way that you skip the rest of it after early.
No, you're gonna.
Oh, Ruto's letter in Forest Temple, that could be bait.
Could definitely be bait. I wouldn't put much weight in it right now. If you're missing songs, I would maybe think about an Ice Cavern play, but like even like with anything else, I wouldn't even consider right now. Just
If
ignore
ZL
it.
is an Ice Cavern, that's a mood.
It's possible now, but no, it's not possible. CL is always locked by Ice Cav's always locked by CL, so it's possible.
I don't know why I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, you can just swim
It's
under.
the giant meme.
So I don't think the Ice Cavern play is really good at all right now. Like I think it's really low priority. There's way more important stuff you've got to be doing right now. There's Fire Temple you can do, Forest Temple you'll be able to do after that.
Yeah, like
I'll
that's
probably
that's
give you
probably-
ZLs. So
That's probably the single most song that's not on your way that takes quite some time commitment to do.
yeah. And after you have ZLs, like what's more songs do you really need? Like Requiem maybe, but none of these runners are gonna give a shit about logic. They're just gonna ignore that. So they'll just cross the wasteland themselves when they get to that point.
Also, depending on the key layout in Fire, we actually might need hover boots logically.
Yeah.
to Bavaria.
Again, another thing I don't think anyone is gonna care about, but it is technically true.
Just does the jump, but it's funny to think about the logic at that point.
Oh yeah. So he's just going for a world tour of high level here. He's just doing all the checks, this child.
Yeah, Burning Keg having ZL is actually quite likely.
Yeah, or Prelude. It's one of the two, but it's definitely not behind Forest. It has to be.
With Keg being way of the hero, that like as J-Bone points out, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I don't think CL is the way of the hero that it's pointing at. I think it's indirectly pointing at it, but the Minuet's giving you access to Forest Temple, which gives you then access to 2 more songs. I think that's more likely. So if it is way of the hero ZL in
Oh, it
Keg,
could
then
also
it's
be
indirect.
sorry. It could also be something like Requiem, which points to Zelda's Lullaby. Like Zelda's Lullaby could just be sitting there in Colossus, which is also way of the hero, by the way.
You have a way
So
of the hero
that's-
Colossus.
Yeah, so maybe Burning Keg leads to Colossus, and that has ZL. So
Requiem.
that's like a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Well, either way, I think the Minuet is what the way of the hero in Kek is for sure, and Iron Boons, because if it's anything, everything behind Minuet is like what we're discussing now, so it locks everything. So I don't think that can be the way of the hero that Kek is pointing at anymore. Anything that's behind it, it has to be the Minuet itself.
Yeah, you have to start asking yourself a lot of questions if you get to Desert Colossus and Zelda's Lullaby is your way of the hero, because then you have to think, what is ZL lock that I need? It could just be for Water Temple completion,
Mhm.
or you need to start checking some ZL lock checks.
Or just for Spirit Temple in general, because there's 2 ZL checks. No, 3 even.
That's
Yeah.
actually- No, wait, it's actually 4.
Is it?
Wait, is it?
Wolfos chest. There's the hand, which
Yeah,
is
that's
2
two.
chests.
That's 2
Yeah,
locked by ZL.
yeah.
And,
And then
there's the Bosky chest, which is 4. in
Yeah.
total.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. I just see there's 3 places where you have to play it, but yeah, it's 4
Yeah,
checks.
it's 4
that is
checks.
Yeah, one of them looks 2. Fair enough. It's funny how people see checks differently. I always see checks as something like that's locked by something. Yeah.
I see it that differently because I sometimes forget one of them.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just see check as the condition usually, so that makes more sense, I suppose. I'm trying to get rid of that habit though, because it's annoying when you're commentating. People don't see that
Fourth
way.
back way of the hero, and finally.
I mean, it gives us something to talk about, so that's not too bad. Imasola going for skulls, by the way, in the leg.
Yeah, he's probably thinking that magic is probably magic locked. I don't agree with his decision here, actually. I think it's probably not, because it's just so unlikely looking at the dungeon locations that we need to, and already the Baron hints that we have.
Also, it's not going to seem like a great play to us because we know where a lot of stuff is. So, like, we know that Fire Temple is the.
I think
right
he has all the hints that I use for that information, so... Don't know. We'll see, though. He's going cack now.
Oh, I think we may be seeing some chickens.
You see, he's double weight the hero. He just doesn't want to risk it. I think it's okay. If double weight the hero, I think you should probably prioritize it just so you don't get burned. Yeah, he
Not
can
the
get
wrong
Dempe.
way.
We'll get Dempe first though, just to get it out of the way. But probably gonna do chickens after. He might not though. He hates chickens. I know this much, so he might just opt out of it. We all do, yeah. But he hates it especially.
Oh, it looks like farming some skulls.
Well, that too, but also
Didn't they
Dempe
do
in the
that
game.
before?
Yeah,
No, it was someone else.
I think that was Kari that did it, right? That would kind of like line up with his skull count in general. So
Cariosa has done 10 skulls
Hmm.
already.
he has
Nice
13 now, and Emo has 13 as well. But Emo did a couple more skulls that he hasn't been to yet, so I feel like that's probably why.
Okay, so Imasoda's going for pot strats, and with having almost 20 sticks, it's actually not that bad to use one of them on the skulls, just because it saves so much time. Like just pulling up the stick and
Nice over the shoulder aiming, by the way, the far away target. Did you guys see that? Just
yeah,
flick-
that was crazy.
That's really impressive.
That's
That's
really precise.
yeah. It takes some really like careful movements. I don't know if I agree with it though. Like, it's funny because like kind of teaches me how to play this shit, and he always tells me, "Don't do this kind of stuff until you have progression done." And it's like, you could still find a different magic somewhere else. I feel like he should be rushing to fire now that he has Bolero,
True.
because it's wave the hero and it's progression, and you're still looking for a hook shot. It's so likely it's there, and instead he's collecting skulls as child. Don't know how I feel about it personally.
And that's the ice trap on 10
Yeah.
skulls. That was cold. Just wanted to help.
Yeah, he won't be getting 20 for sure, but he's well on his way there. It's time to do Dempe now.
Maybe it has something to do
Actually, you could route in 20 probably. Because there's one in the graveyard that you can get with a boomerang.
Then he'll be at 18, and there's one more in CAC, so then he'll be at 19. So he'll be one short.
Well, I see. Well, his tracker says 18 right now.
with...
Oh, he could plant this, of course.
Imasoda's going for planting the bean, but with that boomerang they have equipped, they could actually get the mirror shield right off the bat.
Yeah. Maybe he's just not confident in being able to pull that trick off, so he just doesn't think about doing it right now.
Maybe Imasoda just wants to pick up some more skulls to make it to 20 when he's adult.
Perhaps, yeah.
Like there's a handful of skulls that you can get in. Wait, they didn't do forest or fire yet, and those each have 10 skulls. So that would actually put them at 30. And so they could grab magic right after that.
Still think it's an uncharacteristic play for him, but maybe he just feels like that 30 magic is like gonna be important. So he's just getting it out of the way as quickly as possible.
I mean, it's definitely a risk,
It is.
but it could pay off. You never know, it's random, right?
Of course, yeah. And especially in weeklies, you gotta take risks if you want to try and win anything. If you play everything safely, you just have to you have to hope for it that it's a jet and your mechanics are the best.
Yep, that's true.
Otherwise, you won't be winning a weekly. That's just how it is. So I don't think we're going to be seeing chickens now. So turn it to daytime. Yep, there he goes.
Yep, that's the chicken play by Imasoda.
I think it's fair. With double weight the hero, you don't want to
really
get
fair.
bitten by this.
Yeah, we like miss out on that. It's really losing you a lot.
Yeah, and having seen like his couple of last seats, like he often like lost a lot of time by not doing these kinds of things. So I think he doesn't want to take the risk anymore that he'll miss an important item. Like literally, his save game was Imasoda find items easy. So I think he knows.
Now we're gonna see some deep fire, or deepest fire, from Gordon.
Good, right? Like, he has to go get this place out of the way.
Full clear your way of the heroes.
Yep.
Full clear. Oh, I mean, it's progression.
At least until you.
Do it anyway.
At least, you
Gordon not
until-
have boss key yet?
Don't think so. I think it's pretty high up.
If it's on Pierre,
Yeah, could be. Could also just be this chest. Let's find out. Nope. That is just a key, not the key.
you have to go deeper.
You do.
Does it look like a clean Phantom Ganon fight for Cuphead?
Yeah, it looks very good. With the BGS, it's pretty easy, of course, so it's nice. Nice to have a BGS for this fight, especially, I feel.
Yeah, because it just cuts off half of the fight and also highly reduces the risk of running to firecrackers.
Yeah, and also, you know, highly reduce the risk of having to do tennis at all, so it's good.
For anyone not knowing, firecrackers is the attack that Phantom Ganon does when he's at 1 hit point, or at least one jump attack, one Master Sword jump attack from dying. That he starts to do some fireworks and spin around, and he's invulnerable during that time, and
Super.
it really just loses your time.
Loads.
It looks glorious though.
Yeah, it does, but it's super annoying.
Yep. Having to do less attacks on Phantom Ganon actually reduces the margin of error.
Yeah.
It's actually quite simple.
Also, like, cycling
Was
Ganon...
that Song of Time?
Mm.
Was that Song of Time or Temple of Time?
Yeah, it could be. It's probably Brain
Yeah.
Pack then.
To Kakariko.
Yeah, to Kakariko we go.
For sure. If it's Requiem, that's still fine, because then it's probably, you know, Colossus, and otherwise, Colossus is probably something on the arch that we're looking for.
If it's Nocturne, you hold your hands and cry.
In fact, Requiem could just be Wave the Hero Requiem for child access as well. That's the worst case scenario. I've seen it happen though. Really annoying.
Yeah, first some key logic or stuff. Or
Yeah.
something on the beam. That was like what actually.
Yeah, the
be
beam can also
interesting.
be the case. Yeah, for sure. Emo sort of not happy with the reward he got from Manju. Even shoots in the head with a deck you seed. Bit unnecessary.
Yeah, the boss key
Boss
is
key.
the worst check in fire where it could be in, and that's the Megaton Hammer chest.
That's a feels
Oh,
bad.
Song of
Here it's worse.
Storms! It's Song of Storms on Burning Keg.
That's
This is interesting because this could be Way of the Hero for one of 3 checks,
yeah.
and also
Could
like
also
it doesn't unlock anything else. So
could also be
really,
nothing. So
we actually can safely
There's
say now.
lens.
We can actually safely say now that ZL is on
Oh,
is
for
on
sure, yeah.
definitely on Desert Colossus.
and I
It
want
also means that ZL definitely locks Requiem.
to.
So we need to cross the wasteland at least once.
Yeah, and I just
Yeah,
want to
on
mention.
that note, Gordon got lens.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
pretty
lens was
cool
on
is
fire.
definitely in logic, so that's the way it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, let's hope that's not the way of the hero in fire. I mean, it most likely isn't, but you never know.
I think it actually is.
I mean, the hook is pretty much.
Well-
Unless the next hook is not hookshot.
But the lens is going to be logically required.
I don't think it's actually going to
True,
be.
for crossing the wasteland.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
right.
think it's a hookshot at all. There's probably a hookshot somewhere else available. Like maybe even in Spirit or something ridiculous.
It's going to be... A hookshot is needed nonetheless because we need to beat Water Temple.
Well, yeah, of course, it's gonna be needed, but I think the lens, the thing that's actually locking is from further progress here, which is probably why it's Wave the Hero.
Also, we still need another hookshot or hover boots to logically cross the desert to get ZL. So this is coming down to is Requiem in Composer's Grave or is it an Ice Cavern?
Yeah, the big thing is where is our ZL?
It's Colossus for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the... It's literally one of the... Actually, I think it's our old option at this point. That could...
It cannot be Ice Cavern, so that's already off. And aside from that, what else is logically available to us?
Yeah, so from what I grasped, there can be 2 Way of the Hero items in one location. Even if only one of them is hinted. Like, there's no such thing as having one Way of the Hero per location. I'm not sure if I understood your comment in the chat very well as well, but
Well, the reason why I pointed out is that because if it is actually hinting for the lens, and that's the thing it's pointing at, even though both could be required, it could also just mean that there's still another hookshot somewhere available that is
True.
not hookshot locked.
yeah, that's true.
That's kind of the big takeaway there, because you can take that into consideration if you're looking for your long shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if that's your last location, you should be checking things that are not hookshot locked first. Ideally, right? Obviously, and sometimes you're just gonna have to do both, but
I mean, it could also mean that we need the hookshot to cross the desert because hover boots are somewhere stupid.
oh yeah.
We haven't seen those as of yet. So bound shoes on Volvagia and just making the twos with 2 seconds on the timer. That was actually pretty close, though. Very well played.
I don't think no whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that what Toxic said for sure. But like, if hover is early accessible, then long shot could also be behind hover. So it's just something you want to keep in mind. Lens is like hard locking our progress, regardless of what. So the hook shot is probably not the thing that Fire is pointing at, and that just puts into perspective certain options are more important for finding your long shot. That's all. It's the only reason why I pointed it out.
I mean, we know that we need to beat water, so we know that both hookshots are required to beat the game.
Yeah. Also, Pierre's a key. I think someone in chat pointed it out, but that's 100% true. So dodge the bullet there.
Who needs all those keys anyway?
Right.
Okay, Cuphead is going for skulls in London Ranch right now. Did they not opt for 3 song earlier? It looks like it looked like they didn't, so this is actually pretty convenient. Going to grab the horse. Going back into the silo, checking the item there, and then warping out of there, warping back to the entrance with Sun's song.
Yeah.
And then just grabbing the skulls.
Right. I think it's pretty obvious as well.
Wait, Cuphead doesn't have Sun's song, right? Because it was on Sario.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I wonder if Cuphead is going to dip out of this place and dip back in.
I don't think.
This is going to lose quite some time.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think what he's planning to do is after he gets his Saria song, probably cross the wasteland to get ZLs. Out of logic, obviously, but
yeah, it is out of logic. But these runners should be able to do it.
Oh, easily, yeah, for sure.
Easily.
That's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, I think the immediate play here is going to be check this, play Minuet, and then profit. Wait, what was that? Was it a shield?
There's nothing in the Inwatch Tower. It's just some worthless item.
Couldn't tell if it was a shield or if it was arrows. I was confused.
Ice is not logically accessible ephemeral, so it just makes no play.
We can't even break into that because we don't have hover boots.
I mean, you can get it out of logic, but it's just a bad play. Like, there's no reason to go there.
Yeah, right now we cannot go into Ice Cavern.
Oh yeah, we don't have hovers. Yeah, fair. But like, assuming we
Curious
have it.
What did you say? Sorry.
Curiosa just saw the hint for Goron City Foolish.
Yeah. Find it in Goron City. Have a great time.
What a troll place to put it, though.
Yeah. Like, you have already... Like, the maze is probably the biggest time commitment in this place. Because you have to wait for the bombs to explode or something. Digging through the maze and then finding the hint for it being foolish in that location when you already broke through all the things. It's just the worst that can happen in this place. Cuphead wanting to eliminate the Song of Storms way of the hero, possibly, by doing some child cleanup.
Yeah.
And also, Curiosa is going to get Song of Storms right now, going into CAC.
Oh, 1500. 1500 is dead.
Nice.
But it also has Titties. So Titties making a cameo appearance here. Not a real one, because no one is going to go for that 1500.
Yeah, well, maybe someone inexperienced might, like, obviously there's a high range of skill differences in any weekly, but for these players, like, double defense is not worth the time commitment, because
Nope.
they're not gonna need it.
And then Karyo
Also-
got storms, and I was just up there.
Also, Cuphead is the healthiest. Wait, this god is only there at 9-10 Cuphead. Okay, correcting the mistake. Cuphead is the healthiest player of them all right now, because I think they're at 9 hearts. Is it 9 or 10?
I think it's 10, right?
It's 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty close to 10.
The last one pulsing really throws off my counting ability for some reason.
Yeah, I think sometimes I really have to do a double take on how many parts a player has, because those are not easy to count.
As far as these runners are concerned, they're all equally healthy because they have plenty of health. That's really what it
They're
comes
not
down.
dead. Like, if you're not dead in this game, then you, as a good player, then you have plenty of health.
Yeah.
Regardless
Like maybe
of
you
one
want
part or
5
10.
parts so you can take an accidental knuckle hit so you don't get one shot by that. But like aside from that, do you really care?
Yeah, maybe for going into fire out of logic without that tunic, because who wants to go to find a wallet or tunic first when you have
No one.
just enough health to tank it?
Yeah, fair. But by the time you go into fire, you usually have enough hearts to survive there if you're really good. So
Yes, in some seeds you just like this seed was a good example for being in fire very early.
Hmm.
So it
Oh.
can't go the other way. Imasoda just picking up the hook shot.
flicking the shield. It's like, oh, come on,
Like,
dude.
I could have been here so long ago.
Yeah, and his huge child routing. Well, I get it. I think like it was just a mistake. I feel like you shouldn't have gone for your progression right away. That's like what he literally always tells me, and this is a good example of why doing progression before doing overall checks is always a good idea. Pretty much, like most of the time, unless you get lucky, but you don't want to bet on getting lucky.
Okay, the one check that Slingshot locked in Lost Woods wasn't actually anything.
Yeah,
That's
and,
good to know. I think
for
we've
sh-
seen that before, but I didn't notice.
yeah, for sure we're going to see someone cross the desert soon. It's probably going to be Cuphead. He's just doing some couple of child checks, getting his tree song, and then it's off to the desert because he needs that ZL. Like that's going to be your highest priority right now is to get ZL.
I really wonder what's on diving in the lab though, because that second scale could very well be Way of the Hero. Fire. It's not too important right now, I guess, but I think it makes sense to just check it to be safe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is warp to the lake with Serenade, get your adult lake out of the way, and then head to the desert.
Yeah, that's probably the ultimate play. Just get this thing out of the way.
You have to. ZL is just too important. Probably going to be Requiem on Ice Cavern is what I'm going to be guessing here.
And also, Emo does have 20 skulls now, so we'll get to see that pretty soon.
I mean, we already found the letter, so
Yeah.
that's... I mean, it could still be that the Requiem isn't even required at all. Just because key logic is, like, there's no key that's only accessible as child.
What if there's light arrows on the child side though? Like that's something, or like on the arch. Like these are things you do have to consider.
I would love to see light arrows on the bean, actually. On the
Yeah.
arc.
I'm saying there's plenty of ways to see it could like screw you over still. So. But it is looking pretty tame, in my opinion, so far. Nothing I would call really bad or anything.
Yeah, that hook shot in fire. Once we found the early hammer, it became a lot less
Bad.
Out of the way.
I still think it's not too bad because you had Bolero axes and like you were running out of checks pretty hard at that point. So
And it's
to
even
play the
hit
dip
hero.
fire would seem pretty likely.
Fire being hinted Way of the Hero is just too strong.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
like, if you have hookshot on fire, that's just really strong. Really
right.
strong hit.
Going fire when without Way of the Hero and then your first logical hookshot being there, that is rough. But if it's hinted, it's not that bad. I think you're bound to go dip it eventually
Yeah.
because
Also,
so easy.
even if it is not for the hookshot, but rather for the lens, it's still pointing you into the right direction.
Which is some really useful information for sure. Even if it's annoying to see a lens, but make the best of it, right?
True.
Looks like we're gonna see diving in the lab.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do those scales logically needed.
He's not even going to bother with that. He's just using iron boots for it.
Yeah, just do it out of logic.
Yeah,
Let me
faster.
quickly explain this. So, when you hookshot yourself to the crate and while you're flying, unequip the iron boots, you are basically considered to be touching the ground for some reason, like as if you were diving. So that triggers this one out of logic. And it's the long shot.
God, long shot!
The scale is actually way of the hero.
Hilarious. This seed
Wow.
is hilarious. I
We
love
have
it.
two scales.
Scaling back.
We have 2 scales in Way of the Hero locations. This is crazy. Also, this is our desert access that we wanted. So getting ZL is now entirely in logic, except for the 30 skulls are in logic, but we don't have the lens yet, the magic yet.
Yeah.
It's
What
not
is
too
still a bad play because you can't do anything there. And that long shot, like you said, it has to show up eventually. And that's kind of it couldn't be long shot locked, and that kind of is like a hook shot locked, and it kind of proved itself here, right?
True.
So
At this point, you just push the Desert Colossus way of the hero.
for sure, yeah, that ZL is there, and that will pretty much
Which is
just finish
probably
this for you.
ZL. Like, it has to be ZL.
That will pretty much finish the seed for you, right? Like water spear, and then you're done.
Well, we need a strength 2 still.
Yeah, but you're pretty likely to find
Is
it along the way,
the
though.
only thing that we need then?
Yeah, and light arrow.
In light
And
arrows,
also-
but we can
Yeah,
get that.
those are basically free.
Well, we don't know.
Those are
Could be in a horrible position still.
True, but with the knowledge you gain from the hint, it's actually not too bad.
I'll never be without my light arrows from.
The second hook shot was on lab.
Carrier's gonna grab the hammer here and be like, "What?"
Yeah. Not something you want to find at 125, really. But should be alright.
Especially since it was
much
early,
height?
like a little
Yes.
early.
Also, Imasoda about to pick up the boss key in fire.
Yep. He's gonna be happy about that because he's sweating right now. I can tell you that much. He's like, oh, God, if that's not here, I'm gonna have to get Pierre. I'm gonna lose so much time. That's what's going through his head right now, for sure. But
There it is.
he's a sigh of relief for sure.
Also, let's quickly pick up the lens. That's where the lens was, right?
yeah. He needs to pick this up for the information, and he probably will. What's he doing?
Setting up the jump.
Ah, fair.
Seems like this is a really tricky jump to do without hover boots.
I didn't even know you needed a setup for it. But you could just jump across.
There is not a. I don't think there's a really. It's pretty precise. Like if you just jump, there's no guarantee you get it.
The thing is, the setup for that, just make sure that there isn't an angle in your jump at all. Because if there is, you're not going to make that.
I just thought it wasn't that hard at all. I didn't know it was that precise. I always thought it was pretty easy.
Yeah, because you were lucky, maybe.
Yeah, I just got lucky. I didn't. Now that I think about it.
There is a glitchless jump that you can do from the statue hand and spirit to where the skull is or where the chest is on the other hand. And like I saw this once, did it successfully 3 times in a row without thinking like this is actually pretty easy. And then after that I failed it every time.
Yeah, I just
So
gotta
there
mention.
is actually a setup for the jump.
Mention here though, Imasoda has 3 hearts, and he needs to go do Favagia. He has no bottle, so he can go get a fairy. That will extend his timer, but like without a bottle, he needs to be pretty precise about how he does Favagia. He cannot really afford any mistakes there.
Like they even have 20. Like they're $20 from picking up a tunic. Like if this comes down to the worst, they could still.
Oh yeah, he can just go in there and get the red rupee. But
It's close. Wow.
he'll want to avoid doing that for time's sake.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to try for.
I was like, Carriosa should be grabbing.
56 seconds is actually in the way. Is enough if you can successfully one cycle him.
He can. It just comes down to not making any mistakes. If you make a mistake, it's enormous time loss.
Yeah,
but-
let's hope they don't get troll hold because that's just the worst.
yeah, for sure.
Also, they do have BGS, so that makes it a lot more.
It
True.
gives you a lot more leeway to confirm the kill. Oh,
Jump. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah, this is going to lose some valuable seconds in the actual fight.
No, the timer resets when you enter the room.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but
take
you-
advantage of the lava.
Oh yeah, because the heart is right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think of that yet. If he even makes it there in the first place. I feel like he's doing it wrong. You just want to do a shield turn, right?
There is. I am not sure what is going wrong exactly.
It's that Emo is not angling.
Yeah,
You
I think
need
you
to
just
have
want
a
to do.
slight angle towards the wall, actually.
Yeah, it's too straightforward. Also, yeah, Hammer Rocks is DED.
Okay, Cuphead also picking up the long shot.
Emo.
Yeah. At this point, it would have already been faster to pick up
Yeah,
the
no, he
tunic.
should just stop the tunic at this point.
Yeah.
But at this point, like, what's going on through your head? Like, do you just commit? Like, you feel like, yeah, okay, if I go get the tunic
like
now,
Cuphead.
like, I'll do even more time.
Like, if I had bought the sure, this is going to be really close again.
You just don't make
Is
it.
this even possible, dude? Wow, going for the 1 or 2 seconds door, like for the second
Nice.
time. This must be nerve-wracking right now.
He needs to just play Bolero and go get that damn
No.
tunic, I think. But
Yeah.
here we go.
Now saving with the hearts at hand.
Smart. I think what you just want to do is, like, you just want to Z target up against the wall that he's facing now and then just ESS 90 degrees. Like, I think that's it. There we go.
Now it's personal. Like,
That worked.
I never side up into the wall. I just feel like it just always messes up your angle, but there you go. Okay. Should be easy for him now. I never really see him struggle
Okay,
too
let's
much.
see what's through the fortress. Because Karius is going for the desert play here.
Makes sense. You gotta get that ZL. It's Baron.
yeah, it looks like Urza is going to skip GTG for right now and just rush the desert because you want that.
Smart play. Don't do GG if it's not something you know you need. Like, just don't waste your time. Do progression first. You know you have some to do.
Looking good so far.
You get that ZL, you go Water Temple, and then hopefully find your Strength 2 there. If you don't find Strength 2, I think GGG becomes a much better play, but until then, don't bother, I think.
It has a lot of checks. Like a very high check density.
I don't know why, but I want the seed to be unusually cruel. Like they get out there and find
I
Nocturne.
think he was sort of just missed the bomb.
He got it out of his hand by the explosion. Should be okay, though.
Yeah, with bigger and sword, this should.
Yeah, the
fine.
BGS is basically going to save him here.
Yeah, waiting for the explosion. Oh no, it barely missed.
Yeah, for Vajra was too far away. No, this is
That's a
the
big
problem.
F. That's a big F.
He might still get it. He might actually still get it here.
Is that possible?
It's
No.
impossible.
Not anymore, no.
It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, this had this like Masada lost so much time right there.
Yeah, this is
I think like
minutes by
I
now.
think at least like 10 more seconds.
I feel like it's just weird because he had 180 rupees, right? He could have just Bolero, get us red rupee, like just a safe play, but
Just go. Right?
yeah, it's a safe play, you know?
Yeah, let's hope they get it this time.
Always buy tunic. I don't know about that one, but at this point, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this also-
See the side up again. Like, don't do it, Gits. Don't do it.
Yeah, if Masada drops down one more time, I think that's like the time loss.
Yeah.
This should be fine.
It should be if he just gets the one cycle.
50 seconds, okay.
Should be. Yeah, I mean, it takes about 40 minutes or seconds to do her. So, I mean, it's gonna take 40 minutes if you keep doing this, but let's not hope that. Let's not hope for that. That would be
Karaoke going
horrible.
for beautiful wasteland there.
Nice. Start to get that ZL. Get water done.
Looks like Cuphead is going to dip Jabu at this point. With that.
Let's see.
So,
I think he's just doing the main checks while turning in the letter, just in
why would you
case.
catch a fish then? Why would you go out of your way to catch a fish? If you
Oh,
know
is he actually going to? I don't know. It's a risky play. I mean,
you play?
it's understandable though in his position, because you know if it's something that's there, like you can win the seat right here and there. But yeah.
So what is Cuphead actually missing right now that the others have? Is there anything?
Hammer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the hammer.
Cuphead does not have it.
The hammer's really important.
Kind of like blocking a lot of his progress, to be honest. But he should cross Wasteland blind, but he's not doing that for some reason.
Toxic. I love that comment. I really do.
Let me know.
If you're looking for consistent setup, let me know.
Let
Just
me know.
flexing on people on the restream.
That was collecting Kakus is a Deku shield hint.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we already know that.
Gario's
So,
gonna see that he's like, come on.
also that completes our hint collection. We have
Yeah.
all the hints in the game now.
And here comes the owl. Yep,
There it is.
had to be. There's no other
I mean,
way.
Cuphead can quickly pick up some skulls on the way through Jabu and stuff. So it's actually, in terms of skulls, it's not that bad. Couldn't you just, like, dip Jabu for the 2 skulls on the basement, like, jump down and get them with the boomerang immediately? Is that possible? I never tried that.
I don't think you can. You? Yeah, no, I think that is possible. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what...
Wait, does the door lock behind you when you enter that? I think the door locks actually.
No, you jump, like, I know where you jump down. So...
Yeah,
yes,
that's what I mean. That's what I think is locked, right? It's only one-way entrance.
You can jump down on the other platform. I think you can jump up somewhere.
No, it's not about jumping up. I think the door that you come in through, from the basement is locked from the outside.
Not on 20 skulls.
Yeah, maybe we will see play.
Oh, the 30 skulls is
Wait,
our only good
Cuphead
skull.
already left Jabu, so no Jabu play here. Just open up and getting the fish out of the way.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it was not a good play, and he seems to agree, so that's
I
good.
think Cuphead we consider.
He's going to cross the way, I think.
Karios is gonna go do Water Temple, have ZL, have Iron Boots, have Long Shot. Why not?
Harry also is in a really strong position right now,
For sure, yeah.
but also still has, according to their personal tracker, still having Fire Temple to do.
Yeah, he didn't have the hammer yet, but then he does now, so he's in a good spot. He really is.
According to Karios' personal tracker, they have the hammer already.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he has it now, but he didn't when he went to fire the first time, so...
True. I mean,
Yeah.
you have good arrow, so you can return anytime.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not going to lose him much time, and... You know, in terms of progression, I think he's just straight up ahead right now. Looking really confidently ahead, actually, so we'll see where it goes.
That's the first small key in Compass Chest. Okay, curious enough, Karios are going for the Compass Chest first. Most people tend to do the Compass Chest when they rolled it in with central bow target.
Mhm.
So this is like sometimes I do differently every time. Sometimes I go Compass Chest first, sometimes I don't.
I think it's okay. I mean, I don't think it really makes a major difference in the end of the day, so...
It also it depends on what you're searching for, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's still looking for strength to complete this seed, right? So
Yeah.
doing checks on your progression is probably a good idea at this point, because you don't really have any hints left on where it could be.
Also,
Just-
Water Temple is a pretty good place to get some more skulls, I think. There's at least 2 that are pretty easy.
I think it's one of the worst dungeons for skulls, actually. But
Yeah, but you can like at least grab another.
oh, you'll
2.
get some more, yeah. You still have to go get that magic. Like, it's starting to look pretty likely that the other magic could be literally anywhere. So I would take the 30 skulls over just blindly looking for it.
Yeah, like checks that are left in the game.
They're getting progressively worse, so yeah.
Strength 2 is still missing.
I think GGG is a good play after water, to be honest. Like, just go there and see if it's probably a strength in there.
Also, if you don't have strength 2, then you're only missing 4 checks out of what is it, 13 or 11 or something?
Ridiculously high amount.
Let me quickly check. GTG has 13 items in total. So if you don't have strength, that's still another 9, which at some point will definitely be the most checked dense location.
Yeah, we know where Mirror Shield is. It's in the graveyard high chest. You know, the one you need to clean or rank for.
And the TARDIS, which is a
The
new
TARDIS. Which means this is probably going to be a really quick seed, actually.
yeah,
I can't imagine Strength is going to keep us waiting much longer, because there's 2. So,
Also, with that long shot, you could actually grab the mirror shield without.
yeah, they're easily accessible at this
There was
point.
2 ways to actually do it without the B, so there was no back. I mean, you had to backtrack to break that anyway to clear damper digging. Right? By the way,
Long shot. Gordon's about to get it.
looks like Cuphead is going for it.
I think no one is going to miss this long shot, because it's so obvious. With 2 scales from where we're looking, you're at least going to have to check it. Like, it's just so likely here.
Yeah, it's even on the way.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is they're being pushed very heavily towards the desert area with nothing left to do, and they're like, I guess I'll do the lake while I'm here, and then
I mean,
it plays out very well.
it's just worth for that one check, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you could even leave the rest of like leave it open for later because you have Serenade. You could do it whenever.
I think it's probably a good idea just to lab.
Just push the hints, and you're going to save the most time. And if you
Still
still
look-
lose such a thing, you could still return.
Don't think it's worth doing what they're doing right now, though, so it's all fine.
A lap dive is like that's a really, really convenient hook shot, a long shot. I want to say.
For sure, I mean, it's right next to Water Temple.
And it's basically double hinted, and it's on the way. And you have the warp song.
I don't like what Gordine is doing here.
Light
Oh,
arrow.
light arrow.
Light arrows
Oh.
warp. Okay, that's interesting.
Makes it super easy, basically.
Which chest was that again?
Dragon chest.
Oh, it was in the dragon chest.
I just noticed that Cariosa's save files are called Cariosa Best Opening, and his opening was chickens.
Yeah, that's probably.
He was planning ahead.
Simulations.
He was thinking about it from the start.
Yeah. At that point, are you really trying to get an edge, or are you just memeing?
He's memeing for sure.
Memeing for restream. That's probably.
What's going on with Gordine? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the problem with having
Gordine ZL, which is why I think this is a weird play. I think he's just hoping for a really early boss key.
yeah.
It's gonna be disappointed though.
Nice jump by Cariosa. This is not too easy, I suppose.
The setup is not
The
hard,
setup-
but it's
Setup's not
annoying.
hard, it's long. The problem is that it's quite long, and if you do one wrong input, you have to re-enter the room again.
Yeah. That's lead.
Also, you have to still beware of the boulder.
But it's pretty easy. Yeah, just string 2 from go at this point.
Yeah, probably you're right. Without Requiem, crossing the desert is required because it's basically locked behind the song that's in the desert.
Yeah.
But we have all the tools that we need.
Also, the lens from Fire was hinting that we had to cross the desert anyway, so. Which is why it's no surprise we found the long shot where we did it. Because it's also required for crossing it. That I follow that later, but the hovers could have been somewhere too, obviously, but did make it a lot more probable.
That's a slingshot on 20. And that's magic on 30 for Cuphead. Cuphead being the first person to pick up the magic, actually.
It's done a good job riding in those skulls. Very little time loss, actually. He's looking good too, actually.
Wait,
But
is
he needs
Cuphead
to-
going for diving in the lab as a child, which is entirely possible?
Yeah, sure. If you have the gold skill, you can do it.
That's a Sun Song. I think they're going straight to market.
Yeah, I think he's looking to cross the desert. He needs the L. He knows it.
So maybe they come back to diving in the lab immediately after. Crossing the desert is now a crucial play for Cuphead.
Gorodine. Are you trying to play a song here?
What's that hard?
Well, yeah, songs are really hard if you don't have the song.
Oh, Cuphead has the long shot, true. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out, Drag. I missed that.
Only Emo Soda doesn't have it yet, but he'll have it soon for sure. The hammer is in field scrub, which Cuphead hasn't checked yet. That's like the biggest issue that Cuphead right now is that he is going to cross the desert next for sure. So what I think he'll probably do is do those checks along the way after he ports the Hylia and mounts up an Epona. Because that's the moment you go like, oh yeah, right, South Hyrule Fields. I still got to do that, and then you find your hammer.
Gordon at this point just tries fishing for an early boss key, which is not going to work out.
Won't be finding one, no.
Oh, there's an easier setup for this.
It's a risky play, but like it makes sense if the boss key is early accessible, then you're just saving a lot of time by not having to come back.
Doesn't Gordon still need to pick up skulls? Oh, I guess they want to save Scum the keys they have, which makes a lot of sense.
And nothing. Wah, wah, wah.
And there is the boss key. It was on Central Pillar all along.
Yep.
Actually, that's actually not in logic.
Nope.
Because we would need another wallet or a Zora tuning for that.
But we have L, so we do.
Well, we have the wallet, so it is actually in logic.
Oh, we need another one.
We need another one because it's wallet.
Zora tuning is 300 rupees.
Is it really? Oh,
yes, it is.
it shows you what I know.
Now you know.
Either way, there's probably a Zora tunic somewhere logically available to us. Like it has to be. So, or a wallet. So I wouldn't sweat it personally.
We have CL, so we can get into Ice Cavern now to get Blue Fire.
The entire seat is pretty open at this point.
I'm over here thinking vanilla and a rando. What's my problem?
Ice Cavern is the best play right now. I would definitely check Composer's Grave first. Because it's way faster. So, like, if Composer's Grave holds Requiem, then the trip to Ice Cavern might actually not be required at all. And Ice Cavern is a huge time commitment. Problem is we don't have Nocturne.
Yep.
So, making the trip back to CAG is also a little time commitment, but not as much as Ice Cavern is.
No. I think Ice Cavern is only a good play if if you're still looking for songs, which at this point I don't think we really are, unless we need Requiem for Childside. But...
If you go to Ice, you immediately get Nocturne, so you can if it's in that case it's not Requiem, but you can immediately get it if you play Nocturne and Warp Out.
Yeah.
Might as well check. Still checking Zora at that point. But we're not. No one is committed to Zora's Domain as adult or Ice Cavern at all. So. Cuphead is going to look at Shoot the Sun.
Something I just thought about. Curiosa has not gone back and gotten the Prelude check, so it does not have Song of Time.
No, but
the dip. Going for a swim with a friend.
Well, because I'm asking myself, why didn't Curiosa go do the West Wing of Water Temple?
Oh, that's why.
going there with some keys. Like, if you're still searching for items, going for the checks that are key locked in water actually makes a lot of sense.
For sure. We still need that strength too. It could literally be anywhere. We run out of Way of the Heroes at this point, so.
All of the Way of the Heroes have been fulfilled already, multiple times.
Yeah. This point is just it's guessing game for anyone here, honestly. So this could take a while. Like if everyone gets to this point, like it's just gonna come down to who has the highest mechanics and can do things faster, or just gets lucky. That really is the reality of it. Ooh, Curious having some issues here with Morpha.
Yeah, Curious is having bad Morpha luck this time.
Really bad Morpha fight, but
a legendary 5-cycle Morpha.
Curiosa? Are you just mad and just smacking him back in?
What Curious is doing at that point, just
not having a good time, maybe. Maybe he just doesn't know how to set it up properly.
Curious doesn't know. Player of that format should know. Or maybe they're just trying to deliver good shows.
It's all about the memes.
Like going specifically for a 5-cycle. Okay, you already picked up the light arrow. That's good for them.
I didn't even know that Morph with BGS could be this slow, but
it could.
5-cycle.
Really, it can.
It seems like it was a 5-cycle on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah,
It was on purpose.
5 second off is the meme.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So, yeah, carriers are going for entertainment value rather than speed.
I mean, he
So,
also rushed chicken, so he's clearly committing to all the memes here.
yeah. I didn't mind it. It gives us something to talk about.
But he isn't aware that he's actually in the lead. That's the funny thing. Maybe he's just feeling like everyone must already have gotten all the things he has. Because, maybe he's just made the
That's
conclusion.
enough for Cuphead.
Yeah, I told you, like, he will get it once he crosses the desert.
Yeah.
That's literally always your oops, South Hyrule moment.
Yeah, South Hyrule is really like if you don't rush it from the beginning, you're not going to roll it in for quite some time.
Now, basically. This is the most logical time you're gonna think of it, so makes sense.
Very true.
So Cariosa is just a quick dip from fire away from just needing only spirit. But that's strength too. Just refused to show itself. It's probably GTG, honestly.
So I was gonna say, do you just dip GTG at this point?
At this point, sure.
I mean,
there's no way.
Child Spirit is technically logic because everything we need to get Requiem is also logic. No one has it yet though.
I wouldn't bet on it though. That's just such time commitment for a maybe. Like I would just put it off until I actually know I need it.
It would even be the best case scenario. You don't actually need Requiem at all.
Yeah,
Like,
which I think is likely. Ooh, so having
would also mean that you would have to cross the wasteland again. So before I cross the wasteland by foot a second time, I would actually prefer doing Ice Cavern.
yeah, I agree. So that's why I kind of like. I mean, I don't know if at this point, like, you either need one more crossing or two, and if you need two crossings, then for the second one, it's going to be for child, right? So you might as well just go cross it now, do it as adult, hope you get lucky, and otherwise, you just go to Ice Cavern if you don't if you're not capable of clearing Spirit out as an adult.
Probably fetching Strength 2 before going the fourth to going.
Yeah,
to
you're gonna do GDG for sure
that's a
because
first time would actually make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it looks like Cariosa is actually going to the graveyard to get the Composer's Grave song, which isn't a bad play at all.
no, could be Requiem.
Yeah, if this is Requiem, that's going to be really cool.
So it's a good play. I think is what you should be doing.
Like, that's the worst place for Nocturne to be at this point. Because
Yeah.
why would you need a warp to CAG anymore?
You just don't. I think it's good. I mean, if Requiem is here, then reverse Wasteland is faster than going there by horse. So even then, like it's just a better play in general. Because Spirit is not really useful for us right now. Because
We also might need to dip Child Spirit
we might need to. But,
because of magic. We don't know that yet.
yeah.
So it's definitely like in the end you're going to get to your goal faster,
I would bet I'm
And-
not needing though.
and you're going to be have a little bit of extra safety.
Also, Cariosa going to check all of the Skulltulas. So I think getting that magic, and I think they've already checked 20, and if not, they're about to right now. Yeah.
Slingshot.
Yeah, J-Bone pointing out that GTG is probably not a better play than Child Spirit, because Child Spirit is the guaranteed progression to do. There's a few checks that you can do as a child that you would normally only be able to do as an adult.
If you had Requiem, I would agree, but we didn't have Requiem, so
We don't
that's
need
why I dislike it.
best case scenario.
We know that we can get Requiem. Like,
You can get it, sure, but like I would still check adults first. But GTG, I think, seems like a good play. I don't know though.
Cariosa.
before a vanilla strength.
Go ahead. So.
Yeah,
Oh, the Sunsong Grave check. Haven't we seen that?
we have
Yeah.
seen it. There's nothing in there.
But I haven't seen it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, spoiler alert. There's nothing here.
Oh no, you ruined it.
Rita, what are you doing? Please, guys, look away. Give him some privacy. We don't need to be witness to this.
Okay, Cuphead is going with that hammer he just found. He's going to clear fire.
So it looks like Gordon is not going to follow in Kyrio's footsteps and is actually going to do some, or thinking about mulling over some Gerudo Fortress checks. Maybe
Yeah,
GT.
just do horseback archery.
Gotta get that strength too. That's just, whatever it is, it's somewhere. I think for the most part, these runners are still really close because the ones that are like, doing the desert stuff now haven't finished fire yet, I think. And if they haven't finished water yet. So, I don't know, it seems like it could go a lot of ways still in the seed.
I just wanted to... I forgot what I wanted to... I wanted to ask if we have seen a specific check already, but I can't remember which one it was anymore. Wow. Going for the
shreds.
Wow.
What's Imasoda doing?
Wow, that actually looked really sick.
No, we have
Frog.
not seen Frog.
Oh, it's Nocturne. That's bad. That's really bad.
Yes. So that means that Requiem is an ice cavern?
Yes,
Okay, so you go GGG for sure. Like,
This is Requiem. This is Nocturne.
what's Imasoda doing? What's his plan?
Okay, this time needing a little more precision, so not going for the over-the-shoulder horseback.
Such swag though, that was super impressive. Just flexing so hard on the restream. Oh, you must have just looking for skulls, obviously. Okay, fair.
Have we seen the winner heartbeat?
I think Ice is not a bad play either. Honestly, I think both GTG and Ice are pretty good plays right now. Well, maybe Ice would prioritize a little higher because we know it's Requiem. Can potentially be pretty useful. So, the
Looks like
GTG I think is
Kyrio's- Good.
Oh wait, yeah, we haven't. There's two Song of Storm checks that we haven't seen yet, and it's. Or have we seen this grotto that Imasoda's doing right now?
don't think so actually. It's just not. It's nothing either way.
Storm check that actually could have something, and that's the river. Frogs 1.
The way I see it right now is there's strength 2 where we need it, and there's still 2 strengths somewhere, and they can't be in spirit. So we just one of them can't be anyway.
Tide Spirit, right?
Yeah, it could be in Child Spirit, but I mean, there's so many places we can look right now. So
Speaking of places we can look, there's actually a pretty interesting divide here. You've got Gordon, who's in GTG, and Kyriosa is going to Jabu, which is really
is
interesting.
it going to Jawa or is it going to turn into letter?
Oh, well, yeah, it could be setting up for Ice Cavern. I thought that Gordon or Kyriosa was the one who set up for Jabu earlier.
No, that's Cuphead.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be seeing Jabu just yet. I think that's probably going to be one of those last location places you'll go to.
Yeah, I was very confused by that play. I was like,
Super
what?
low density, takes a lot of time, makes no sense. But yeah, he's out of there.
Also opening up the Zora's Fountain, so probably setting up an Ice Cavern play there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That makes
that's what I'm
sense.
thinking.
Why would you waste time on that? I'm curious to see what he's going to do next, though. I would expect a warp to the lake and then back to Dalt, but it's got something else planned.
So some people really want to have the runners find strength 2 on Baronade. But I wouldn't
So
mind it.
bad.
I wouldn't mind it. Imasoda's third player to pick up the magic, actually.
Well, my dinner is done in an hour, and I'm getting hungry, so I do hope this is going to be a fast seed at this
You
point.
know how many skulls Gorodin has right now?
Gordon has
21.
21. So he's really far behind on skulls.
Yeah, and if that's the only magic accessible to him, then that could be an issue.
Yeah, but Gorodin is going for the GCG play here. Might pay off, might not. We never know until everything is checked.
Probability of there being strength 2 is so high, so if it's
just-
likely to pay off, but it could not be.
It's the most checked ins location, I feel, at the moment.
Yeah, even without strength 2, it's really high density.
And if you have the lake, the fountain, That's 2 or 3, depending if there's a child or not. The Fire Fountain, the Iceberg, and on the Icy Waters, which we have the Iron Root for. And also the 4 checks in Ice.
It just takes.
Also give us 3 more skulls to unlock magic.
It's pretty dense, but it's like the problem with Ice is that it's kind of like time consuming, whereas GG is really fast if you practice.
I mean, Ice
a lot.
Cavern is the guaranteed Requiem, which speeds up things quite a lot. And it's
Yeah.
also like 7 versus 9 checks. So
I feel like it could go either way. That's just how I feel. Like either way could be a good play. It's hard to say for sure.
both plays are actually quite evenly matched in terms of viability.
But the only thing I was wondering is like we only have 1 bottle, so Ice may be kind of slowish. But
Okay, Gorodin picking up a second bottle. This is the first second bottle we've seen so far.
so it's finally going to pick up CL, but it looks fit.
There's the 4th ice trap of the game. Was
It's like
4 already?
Curiosa's gonna show us Frog 1 maybe?
Yeah, Frogs 1, I'm pretty excited to see what's on Frogs 1 actually, because we still know that Song of Storms that we found on Burning Keg is in the Way of the Hero location.
Well,
So
it's indirectly hinted by Wave the Hero, so I don't think it can be Wave the Hero, but it could possibly be, yeah.
It could be Way of the Hero, we don't know that. We're going to find out in a second, or maybe another. Or maybe another. We're going to find out right before the 2-hour mark. Yeah.
No,
And nothing. So Song of Storms was a bait. But it's not too bad because like I can easily see players having Song of Storms in a Way of the Hero location easily going for the Well if it's not hinted Baron or if they miss the hint.
oh yeah, but it's
Well is an incredibly strong location if it's hinted at. Like it has some it's quite fast, it has a lot of checks.
mm-hmm.
It also might have not have anything, you never know. So that location being like it's a lot of checks. It's quite fast per check, but it still is quite some time commitment. So actually being able to dodge that and dodging a potential bait is actually really huge. That's
Yeah.
why I like we have the foolish hint so much.
It's one of the best foolish hints because it's so many checks and it's like so high density, and you can just all write them off instantly, which is nice. That's like the best part about it. Because if something is Wave the Hero, you still might have to check all the hints in there because it might be the last check you do. But like when it's the Baron, it's just like you're just not gonna bother at all.
I even prefer GTG being Baron over.
Same. Well, so quick so it's not really an issue, and it's like Well's a good time to do some child checks as well. So it's kind of a 2 for 1. GGG is just annoying, so not having to do it at all is just great.
Yeah, also GTG has a lot of checks that require a lot of items. Like
Yeah.
to really full clear it, you need a lot of items. Yeah, also happy 2 hours, everyone.
Yeah, the Baron hints are amazing for this game.
Yeah, Baron hints are even better than Wave.
There are 1 Baron left, right? We only found 2.
We have found
Well,
everyone. Of the well-grown city and market.
Oh, why is it not CSR bot doesn't know about it? What's up with that?
But that's strange.
This our bot needs to get his stuff together.
CSR bot? What? Bad bot.
Also, Curiosa thinking, also, we haven't checked the ferry and crater yet.
Mm-hmm. True.
Very true.
So Curiosa's like, wait, I can beat Fire Temple. I should probably do this.
Know that Zelda was on Desert Colossus, which is a Way of the Hero. So anything that's locked by Zelda's Lullaby could possibly be a Way of the Hero item, or required item rather.
Oh, look at that. First finish.
First finish. Oh, wow.
That's fast. See Zerf.
Barely not making this up to GG, Zerf.
This is a player with like pretty low rating as well. He must have just like hot routed this. So that, with that kind of information, you can kind of guess that that strength must be super easily accessible, and probably no ice required either.
Finding out it was an accident and they're not done yet. So
Oh, okay.
okay. I was like, this
We have confirmation he hasn't like undone anything yet.
like this seed couldn't have been possibly so fast because you have to cross the wasteland, you have to do a bunch of things.
Yeah.
You have to go into deep fire, you have to go into deep water, like kind of deep water to get your light arrows and stuff.
It was It would kind of imply that everything was along the way somewhere, so then they must have missed something really important.
Strength, I mean, if strength was on the way, where should it be?
Yeah, there's not many choices. Like, there's nothing left, actually.
Way that don't take a huge time commitment.
Yeah, no, I thought it was weird, but
Cuphead missing the quick kill, sadly.
unfortunate. Gets his bow out.
I think he was troll hold there.
Yeah, he was.
That happened to me like 2 seeds in a row.
Yeah.
Where I was troll hold.
Nice
Like,
aim. 2 hits.
almost 3.
Yeah. It's good aim. EU aim right there.
Okay, so now we've got Emo Soda in GTG, and I don't think Gordon did the west side. So this could be some new checks we see.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, but so far GTG didn't have anything, if I remember that correctly.
Nothing. No.
Okay, so GTG might have been a big waste of time. Have we seen the Colossus Fairy yet? I think yes.
Yes. Yeah, we have.
That wasn't anything, I believe.
Well, no, otherwise we would be in go mode.
Yeah, this is very heavily pointing us in the direction of go to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, I seems extremely likely now.
Yeah, like if we haven't seen ice yet, so if strength is just lying in ice on the way, that's just
It is almost certainly there. Otherwise, it has to be Child Spirit, which means that like it kind of just points you that way anyway afterwards.
Yeah, at that point, like, even if I found Strength 2 in Ice, I would not leave without Requiem. Like, that would just be a really bad play.
I mean, even if you wanted, you could just rush the song. But like we're still missing one item, so it doesn't make any sense. Ice Cavern is like the problem is not Ice Cavern itself, because that's like a little annoying but not too slow. The problem is the way up.
Yeah.
The entirety of going there and doing everything in Fountain and yeah, the way up.
Getting your ladder and then going back to Adult and going up there again, that's also super annoying.
Also going back out of ice with the blue fire to Thor King Zora. Like the entire package is just really time consuming.
Yeah.
But if it saves me crossing the wasteland for a second time, then I would take that any day.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think Ice is probably, like in hindsight, I think actually Ice was just a better play in general. I think if you're going to get ZL, I think going into GG quickly along the way probably isn't a horrible idea. But
yeah, Ice Cavern is like slightly preferable at this point. Also, Butter Knife, making sandwich not logic.
Very nice when you go to Jabu.
Yeah. Let's hope there's nothing in Jabu. Like the Strength 2 could be in a really annoying place. There's Jabu left. There's what is
Imagine.
That's the
Imagine you have to go to Jabu to get the
second wallet in GTG. Put Central Pillar in Logic. That's the boss key right there. For water. So GTG was actually logically required. Wow.
Nice, dude. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Nothing else on that was just for that wallet. Imagine fighting Hovers and Dins in Ice Dragon just evil.
Hovers and Dins, and let's go Shadow. What? Yeah, no, I hope not.
Yeah, Shadow's not available yet, but would be.
Then you get Nocturne from the song, and then you find your Strength 2 in Shadow Temple, and then you can do Adult Spirit Temple. There you go. That's your seed.
Pretty much. Yeah, ignore and pray is not a good strategy in this game.
Yeah, that's like even worse than praying for good probability.
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see Toilet from Emo Soda, because they do have irons and they do have Song of Time.
I want to confirm that there's a key or item on the toilet for
I think so.
to clear up the place.
On the other hand, Emo Soda is probably well aware that he's made quite a few mechanical errors during this season, and probably knows that he's behind on some things. So he might actually take the risk now to salvage a run.
That's another key.
That's gonna be the first time we actually get to see Pierre in Fire Temple. It's Curiosa. That's Hookshot.
Wow.
And the Scarecrow song. So yeah. And Emo Soda is doing Toilet.
We should be able to conclude that Pierre is a key. I think we figured that one out. Also, Curious is not missing any skulls anymore. How about going for horseback archery, it seems? It looks like Imasol is going for the toilet here. Yeah, that's definitely a toilet play. So the toilet seems to have item.
Yeah, see, he's going to do toilets.
Huge for Imasoda.
Yeah, I mean, you can't 100% conclude it, but it's pretty...
Oh yeah, true, you can't, because we don't have strength 2. But we know that like we can, like, the logical strength 2 is not behind the strength boulder, so the block, so
Yeah, there could be one there, but it's like, it's unlikely.
it's definitely a risk.
He needs to, though. He knows he's behind. There's no way he doesn't know, so he's gonna have to make plays like this at this point to come back. I mean, if strength 2 is here, like, I would actually argue he's right back in line to be favorable to take it on restream.
Wow, so it looked like Gorodin has saved up the child Kakariko skulls for last, so he can wrap up and get the magic.
Pretty solid routing.
That's really good.
Yep, it's nice. Definitely nice. It's just a key, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Very unlucky.
something that it is.
But you're one step closer to the center of GTG, so...
I mean, that was already, like, available, I think. Not logically, but, you know, who cares?
Okay, come
Yeah, well, I don't think that... Because Gordon only did the east side and then left, so we
Yeah.
haven't maze at all.
That's true. We're gonna see it from Emo Soda for sure. He's gonna check it, so...
So all players have magic now. I think everyone is just strength 2 from Go mode at this point.
Magical.
Well, I mean, Emo Soda is still CL, in a way, but... and light arrows.
They should be able to conclude from the information they have.
Yeah, but he doesn't have light arrows yet, and that's in Water Temple, kind of an annoying check, so we'll see.
They didn't do water yet.
Yeah. He does have the long shot. I think... No, he doesn't.
I don't think that Emo has checked diving in lab.
I don't think so yet, I don't know. Because he went from Hyrule Castle to GTG, he didn't go from Lake.
I think that's a big oops right there.
Yeah, that could actually be really bad for him.
Just hope they remember.
He'll remember, it's more a matter of will he actually do Lake.
Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Well, yeah, when, but, you know, if it's lost location, he's lost for sure, so...
Alright, come on, Center, what do you got for us?
This key might actually be crucial. Wait, can this?
Vanilla
Nice arrow! Oh!
What? Insane!
That's
Wow.
just... That's lovely. I love this. This is great. Oh, I want more of this.
Is this even a window?
No. I mean, we had 1, 2, 3 vanilla dungeon rewards.
Like the least rando ever.
The least rando. On a degree from 1 to rando, how random
Also,
is
remember, you are above vanilla stones as well.
Yeah. 4 dungeon vanilla rewards even.
I think it's 5 vanilla dungeon rewards, right?
5?
I don't think we
Deku
considered
Was
Deku,
still-
Jabu, Forest, and Spirits. Oh yeah, no.
We know what which stone Jabu is.
Oh yeah, we don't
Yeah,
know if it's the. Yeah, true.
Someone's checked the stones.
Did they?
Yeah, I think Cariosa has, maybe.
Yeah, he did. I don't remember what he actually saw though.
So it's actually
Jabu's the ruby, and then Shadow is the sapphire, so only one of the...
Random would give us the vanilla seed.
One day. Wouldn't that be really funny though? What is Emo Soda doing here?
Emo Soda's going to drown himself to get back up to.
Okay.
No Valley as a child, right? Or did someone check?
The worst kind of death though. It's really slow.
Yeah. So, Emo Soda tempting the. Yeah, if you save in GTG, you can actually save Scum, like reset, and you're back there.
Yeah, I personally didn't do that.
So. And Cuphead is attempting the toilet as well. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Oh no, he is. He is.
Maybe at least opening it.
No, he's going for it. I don't think you bother opening it if you don't plan to. Ooh.
I mean, it's not too bad because
No, it doesn't matter, but it's still unfortunate.
I don't have to collect the rupees again. Oh, Carry also being troll hold on the second.
Unlucky. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean this. Oh no. The bomb hitbox actually hit the head.
Yeah, that's
so
super unlucky.
That's really unlucky. But Carrios has enough time to manage the two cycle.
It's gonna be completely fine here. I think we're about to see that fairy fountain that you wanted to see.
Why doesn't Volvaja come back down?
Because
Like
Volvaja doesn't know me, that's why.
I mean, Cariosa hit her multiple times, right?
Yeah, a lot of times actually. 4 times I think.
Like,
3 times with the bow and then 1 time with the sword as well.
that dragon just managed to steal almost 30 seconds from
Oh guys, did you see that though?
That was really
DMC Fairy Fountain was strength 2.
fast. Wait, what?
Let's
Yeah.
go!
You were
Wow.
you missed that.
Spot was in go mode.
Already is in go mode, yeah.
Yeah, this
What a
check
look.
has been orphaned by everyone on Restream until Guardian just got it.
Yeah.
Like you could have easily picked it up on when you're on fire. I can understand the logic that you just
I don't think he...
whatever.
Oh, Curiosa, no!
Oh,
The fairy's cool.
the fairy coming in clutch. That was
Hopefully
way.
we see Cariosa getting strength 2 pretty soon as well.
He has everything he needs to get it, so hopefully he remembers to go get it.
Also, Cariosa has already done 5 medallion dungeons, so
What's
If
Guardian doing? You're in go mode. Doesn't he? I don't think he knows it yet. I don't think he's actually put it together in his head yet that he's in go mode.
Gordon doesn't have Mirror Shield, so
Yeah,
maybe,
but he knows where it is, right?
maybe they forgot.
No. Oh, that's... Oh, well, for War's Win, it's still super nice to have. I don't think you're gonna get much use out of it anymore, but...
If Gorodin mistook the mirror shield in the crate, then that's like really, really sad.
Oh, yeah, that could actually kill his run.
Karis is going for Ice Cavern, just full on commit.
Yeah, it's still a valid play at this point.
What's what doing? He doesn't have
Wait,
CLs.
Cariosa didn't pick up strength too, right?
Cariosa doesn't have it.
Oh no.
You don't have that yet.
Imagine walking like everyone in total, everyone on Restream together has walked by that check like 6 times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
What is Gordon looking for?
Guardian's looking for a mirror shield.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they must have forgot, or like they didn't see it or
He
something.
must have forgotten for sure. Yeah, there's no other way. No, he's going to finish off water for now, which makes sense. He has the progression he needs to do there, so it's a sensible play. But I hope he remembers, or at least thinks the chick there. If he doesn't even know that it's there in the first place.
Alright, since Cariosa's in go mode, they can actually just rush the song, right?
Not in go mode. Doesn't have strength 2 yet.
Oh,
Yet.
yeah. So Ice Cavern is a valuable play for Cariosa.
Very
because
valid. Yeah, definitely.
out of his perspective, it might still have.
There could be a strength there. It's like it's not impossible.
Yep. I mean, most likely the strength is somewhere strength locked again.
Yeah, because by now there's not many chicks left that aren't strength locked. So
Yeah, vanilla ice arrows are definitely funny.
actually, the Horse Wind is coming in real useful for Gorodin right now.
Yep.
So I was actually saying how there's not much use for it anymore, but that's not true. He found one of the few uses still left for it.
Also, Cariosa committing the first Ice Cavern play of the restream.
Mm.
So we're going to get a lot of new information right now.
Yep. I don't agree with doing this before going into Ice Cavern, but
I mean,
wait, no, I mean to say the opposite. I agree with doing it first. I think it's smart to do
do
the
you want to
fountain.
if you when you come out of it, because that uses a lot more time.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I agree with doing it first. Like, this is smart because now when you come out, you can just go straight for King Zora.
Skipping the gate with a bomb jump with a ground jump, I think. That saves quite some valuable seconds.
Wrong fairy fountain. F. True. Oh, and Emo is about to go pick up his long shot now, so that's good.
Yep.
Oh, didn't equip his. Oh, he's going for the dive. Okay. I think that's a bit faster actually, so it makes sense.
Yeah, because you don't have to settle at the bottom and then target and then just go.
You also just come up faster again.
Yeah.
Boom, there it is. Feels
So,
good.
Going to water right now, maybe.
He has CL, so his water is probably something he's thinking about, but he's going to check everything else first for strength, for the looks of it.
Yeah,
Which
probably
makes sense.
have the leg first. Okay, so Cariosa's missing strength. Gorodin is in go mode. Cuphead misses. No, Gorodin still misses the mirror shield.
Yeah, Guardian misses Mr. Shield. They're all missing something. That's the irony right now.
Cuphead still needs to get the ZL.
Yeah, he still hasn't crossed the wasteland. I'm so confused. Well, he's doing it now, but like,
Yeah, true.
he should have done it
Yeah.
20 minutes ago.
ZL's way of the hero. ZL's way of the hero in Desert Colossus because it locks the stupid strength 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
that should be a huge hint as to where they should be looking for their strength. But
Actually, yeah, because like, what does ZL do except for key logic?
well,
and
water temple maybe, but
I mean, do we know for sure that it wasn't required to beat water?
it is
Yes,
required to be water.
it's
for
required
sure.
because Husky was on Central Pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is something required, but it's still like ZL's being waved the hero is still like a pretty good indication of probably where your strength 2 is going to be, I feel.
Also, everyone picked up ZL really late into the seed, so there was no ZL checks done. Oh, that's a Zora tunic.
So yeah, there's some logically available, but whatever. Gorodin going to find himself a boss key here. I'm feeling happy about that. Will he find that mirror shield soon, though? That's going to be critical for him if he wants to get a good time here, because if he stands a long time looking for that shield, just last locationing it, that's going to kill his very good run up to this point. Like, he's in a solid position here.
What did Cuphead see on the arch of? I didn't see it.
I think it's just a piece of heart. A moment of silence for our fallen runners, the ones that have already forfeited.
How many forfeits was there?
1. But a moment of silence for him anyway.
So, hey guys, you know
Yeah.
that 1500 archery has 9 defense?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, just saw a hint for it again for like the 4th time. It's pretty awesome.
That's bog. Cuphead out, by the way, got his ZLs at exactly 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. I just wanted to point that out.
That pog.
I don't think he even realized that, but that's super cool.
Ice keys being annoying as ever.
Of course.
Yeah,
There's
like,
nothing worse in this game than ice keys.
Looks like we're not gonna see a 5-cycle Morpha from Gordon.
Not the second one. One per restream is enough, I think.
But consistency.
Yeah, true, exactly. What's more consistent? Everyone getting, like, people, like, some getting 1, some getting 5, or everyone getting 5? I think the answer is obvious. It's all 5, right? Oh, I think... Oh, Cuphead? Okay.
Opening of the border first.
Yeah, I was like, I saw him doing the other one first. I was like, oh, is he going for that one first? No. Alright, so this puts Cuphead in just straight up go mode.
Glow
Yep.
mode. It doesn't have
Oh, yeah.
arrow.
Like,
You'll
everyone is-
find them in water for sure. There's no way.
It's really cool. Cuphead misses light arrows, Gorodin misses the mirror shield, Carriosa misses strength 2, and Imasoda's missing apparently
Light arrows too, and
light arrows.
yeah, light arrows and strength too. But yeah, but I don't think missing light arrows really matters because well, Getting will hint it for you, but I'm pretty sure Cuphead will probably find it anyway.
Maybe Cuphead just wants to clear up the area or get another. Going for the hint, okay? Have we
Not
seen-
sure why you're in glow mode.
I think we haven't seen this hint.
That's what his skulls did. So cool.
So I don't agree with going for hints now, because there's one hint that you will guaranteed get for the light arrow, and like what hint is going to help you for finding it? Because like even if it was another way of the hero hint that Cuphead didn't get, it wouldn't point to light arrows anyway.
No, there's no point getting hints now. I think he's just on autopilot. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, but going for the hit in the back there, that was like not worth it, I think.
No, definitely not. But like, he might just have been on autopilot and just getting hints. Maybe he doesn't even realize he's in go mode yet.
That could also be a possibility.
I think that's what's going on here. I don't think you would bother doing any of this.
Yeah, if you're missing 50 or 40 or 50 hints, it's possibly a good idea to probably a good idea to
Yeah,
confirm them. Like you don't want to do the checks. Okay.
that's true. But now I really think it's a replay.
Okay, Cuphead also picking up for all.
If for some reason King Zora has a strength, then Carriosa will get bailed out, like really big.
Yeah, for sure.
But unfortunately, it's just a stick.
Hmm. Forky, please don't put any spoilers in the chat. The bot will announce by himself once it's time. But since it was spoiled, indeed, Marco did finish on first place with a time of 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 42 seconds. GG. First place.
Hey, look, there's the SR bot.
There he is. Damn bot. Oh my god,
Yeah,
he
oh.
won!
Marco won!
No way! No one could have predicted this.
Because Marco rushed ice.
Except Vorky. Vorky predicted it, guys. It wasn't a spoiler, it was a prediction.
It looks like Cuphead is going to go to Composer's Grave and, unfortunately for him, grab Nocturne. And then the realization will set in that Requiem is in Ice Cavern. And Curiosa is going into Child Spirit, so it's going to be actually really interesting if Boss Key is over here on Child Spirit, because that means Gordon is going to have to go back to Ice Cavern. Okay, Cuphead getting Nocturne, so yeah, I think the next logical play for Cuphead at this point is just going to be run straight to Ice Cavern to get that Requiem, which is what looks like it's happening right now. Lots of pent-up salt.
I just got a message and I'm afraid I have to leave. But
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
it's no problem because this stream is going to be left in the hands of two very capable commentators. But it was fun being here. Thank you very much for having me, and enjoy the rest of your seat.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, metagaming off of a Marco finish is probably a bad idea. Because you're like, oh, I've got 100 different locations left. I can narrow this down. Whereas you're like, Marco could complete the entire seed. What happened to the other comms? I mean, I'm here, and that's all you need in life.
Sorry I had to drop out for a second. What did I miss?
Marco finished.
Wow, Marco's a beast.
Yeah, so there wasn't really much of a surprise there, but
Yeah.
Cuphead got Nocturne and is heading into Ice Cavern to get Requiem now.
Yeah, totally makes sense. You really want to get your hands on that Requiem.
Soda finally getting the ledge clip after three tries. And double defense 1500 Ox.
That's really tricky to do. I mean, I think there's a setup for it. I know to do it in theory, but I never tried it my own. So.
Yeah, the timing's a little weird on it. Oh man, we got Curiosa doing treasure chest game in a barren market.
Someone seems to be really desperate.
Yeah, good lord. The hint, I know one of them was at Desert Colossus, and I think that's the one that Gordon finally saw, because the other one, I can't remember where it was.
I think we have seen both market hints, right?
I know we've seen one. The other one could be the Storm's Grotto in Hyrule Castle.
Hinted Colossus, okay.
Yeah, if Gordon gets a hint that going to Shadow could be a play, then that's gonna be...
Let's hope Gordon does not get attracted by Shadow Temple whatsoever.
I find it kind of ironic because Curiosa is checking every single fairy fountain except for the correct one.
I think they will get to it soon.
Oh yeah, like fairies are on mine.
That would put Curiosa in go mode. Maybe just doing some child cleanup to never go back child again. It's probably not a bad idea. Unless you're like wanting to commit to Jabu, that is. So if Cariosa goes without here and checks the other fairy fountains, this might put him in go mode pretty soon.
Yeah, Child Spirit was dead. So, ugh.
I'm just thinking about it. So, Child Spirit not being required. Couldn't you just cross the wasteland twice?
I mean, yeah, you could just.
You theoretically could have, but Ice Cavern gives you still value, while walking through the desert again is just pure walking.
Cariosa went adult, so that's a good sign. And is playing Bolero. That's a
There
really
it is.
good sign.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Cariosa knows what's up.
Also, Gorodin having 2 keys at this point, just searching for the boss key, and then they can just go mode. Oh wait, they don't. They still are searching for the mirror shield.
Yeah, they still don't have Mirror Shield.
Oh no. This is going to be really bad for Gorodin because, yeah, that's the wrong shield. Game, thank you.
The game has a sense of humor.
Peeking an item and like mixing it up with something else is one of the worst things that can happen to you as a player. Cariosa picking up strength 2.
Cariosa is the first person to be in full go mode on their
Yep.
stream.
Also has Requiem already, so here goes nothing.
Yeah, Cariosa's looking really good right now.
Yeah, I think Gorodin will eventually like do all the checks, do Jabu and stuff, and maybe considering like if hover boots are in spirit, maybe considering doing Shadow or even Jabu. So this could be a huge time sink for Gorodin. Like, when do you recheck items that you've already checked? Only if there's no checks left in the game that you can do, right?
Yeah, and the big thing also is, I think what actually plays out right now in Gordon's favor is that they don't have Requiem, and they haven't checked the Composer Grave, and actually they have Nocturne. Oh man. So yeah, it's a thing of when do you go back to Graveyard? Because routing that in is just so hard.
But Gorodin was able to skip Ice until now, which might still be a valid play after this. Have we seen the boss key in spirit already?
We know that Child Spirit was dead because Cariosa cleared the entire thing.
Okay.
There's double magic. So yeah, that's a really sad thing, because just when do you go back to Graveyard at this point?
Never at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, Gorodin was in a really good position, but this is really, really harsh on him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Gordon's gonna go all the way to the top, check everything, and then drop forwards wind, and then the search begins at that point. Oh, and then actually, Iwasoda is only needing light arrows for go mode, so looks like Iwasoda's slowly starting to creep up on everyone.
Yep. Also, I think Gorodin has now done all the checks that they can do without a mirror shield. So this place the setting for Roars here is good, but this is basically the end of the line. So Let's see where Gorodin is headed next. This is going to be a wild goose chase for them, which is really sad.
Gordon is thinking, where could it be? And I think gonna go check the fountain outside Spirit Temple. They did that, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think Fawaz was there. Or was it?
No, yours was on the ferry on Death Mountain Trail.
Oh yeah, true.
I believe this was just a blue rupee.
Yeah, also as Chad is pointing out, that magic was magic locked indirectly. So the one on 30 skulls was actually the first logical one. There was no way around that.
Yeah, because you needed lens to access Spirit Temple.
Yep.
All I'm saying is I'm glad that really early they all did Force Temples, so that way we didn't have to do the Resident Sleeper.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it looks like everyone is hanging out in at least somewhere in the Garuda area now. Or desert area if you want to.
Yeah, and
2 players currently West and 2 players in Spirit.
yeah,
Why?
and it looked good for Emo Soda and Cuphat because they're looking for their light arrows, which we know are in Water Temple.
Also, Gorodin and Emo Soda basically high-fiving in
Uh-oh.
because they just went the opposite direction of each other. In the West End. Looks like Gorodin is going back to GTG, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking, because Gordon didn't go into GTG at all.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Oh
this
no,
is-
yeah, Gordon did the east side, you're right.
Yeah, so quickly catching up on the things in GTG only to be disappointed. Like, this is really sad to watch.
Yeah. Here's tried to play the speedy game and is hoping to try and get lucky here at the top of Spirit with that boss key. And there it is, Curiosa getting bailed out. Yeah, Felix, people did ice, you're absolutely right. Oh, there's our second place finisher.
Nice. SPT Kira finishing second place with a time of 2 hours, 41 minutes and 7 seconds. GG.
So let's think back. What were the bad points of this seed that tripped people up?
So, yeah, let's think about that for a second. Probably having to go through the wasteland once, at least. Because see, I was there, because of Requiem. That was probably the most annoying part. Like, who likes crossing the wasteland if you can just walk there theoretically?
Yeah.
Also, GTG being bait, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big thing. All of our Way of the Hero locations were loaded. Fire Temple, CAC, all these places just had ridiculous amounts of items in them. It just seems like the only real trip-ups were just the routing positions. Like, yeah, you had long shot and diving in the lab, which was pretty interesting, but I think honestly, just the Zelda's Lullaby routing is what tripped a lot of people up.
True. And also for Gorodin, of course, mistaking that item in the crate for something different. Also, we found Greg.
There's
So-
Green Rupee.
I think we found this. No, we didn't. We didn't find this early because Cuphead is the first. No, wait, it didn't Carriosa. Oh no,
Carriosa go-moded Spirit.
Go-moded Spirit, of course. Yeah, Cuphead is the only player going into Spirit, not go-moding it and having the moon shield.
GG's, Kira. Alrighty, so we're gonna see our first person on Restream going into Ganon's castle pretty soon.
Yep. Cuphead's still missing light arrows, so they need to eventually return.
Well, they
After-
haven't been in water.
Oh, true.
So yeah, that's why I'm not too worried about Cuphead and the search for light arrows, because they're gonna be found.
Yeah, eventually they will. I mean, you could still rush the light arrow hit at this point. Just find the boss key, get out. Get
Yeah,
the
but I
thing.
think with a lot of the routing, because it is in Dragon Chest and a lot of people choose to route that early on, I think that a lot of people
Yeah.
will light arrows before the
Yeah,
boss
it's
key.
a good idea to do Dark Link at the river chest because those are locked behind keys. Because the checks that are locked behind keys, like the way the rando positions keys is that you have to have all 5 small keys that are in, there's 5 keys in water, right? Was it 6?
There's 6, but
It's
one
6,
of the
but there's
fourth
5
moved.
locked, right?
Yeah, 6
So-
keys, 5 blocks.
So the logic expects you to get all 5 keys for all the 5 logically for all the keys for the locks for the 5 locks to be in logic, to be obtainable before you can logically get an item that's locked by keys. So the keys being items being locked behind the keys makes more sense. So if you just rush, like if you get two keys and rush, when you visit the rush searching for items, you rush basically the Dark Link and River section and or the boss key, where the boss key is. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Water Temple boss logic is like it's not as bad as Spirit Temple, I think, but it's definitely something to wrap your head around.
Alright, it's time to climb the Tower of Power. And Cuphead putting Frora's Wind down, but then immediately gonna find boss key afterwards. Listen here, Felix. I route that in early on, so thank you.
Vanilla Dragon really sucks. If you can just do it on the way. But sometimes it has a logical ball or something. You never know.
Let's kill Vanilla Dragon. Yes, that does suck, you're right. Excuse me, guys. According to the spoiler log, it's Rupee, open parentheses, 1, close parentheses. You didn't have long shot when you went into Water Kira? That's great. right, guys, we're gonna find out from Ganondorf where the light arrows are. I wonder where they be. They're in Water Temple.
Wow,
No.
that's really surprising.
Yeah. Oh man.
Not really.
Yeah, I think Gordon had long shot, but not ZL. And Cariosa had both whenever they went in the first time.
What is happening to the screen right now? You see that? Or was it on my end?
Looks like it was on your end. I didn't notice anything. Alright, the dwarf is down. So we got 2 people in Spirit, 1 person on Ganon, and 1 person in Ice Cap.
Still searching for Mirror Shield, which is Lego mode item.
That's such a bad man.
Yeah. I mean, some of the items really look similar from a distance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Gordon's missing Mirror Shield. I mean, probably just looked at it and it looked like something else, which it's not too, it's not a big issue like a lot of people. I mean, I've mixed up stuff before. Alright, Ganon round 2 coming on in, so get your GGs ready because we are about to have some cooked bacon.
Yeah, Gorodin is basically going to full through the entire game. And then... Like, where do you start? When you did all the checks in the game and you have to double check things, where do you start even? Like, items that you visually confirm are maybe a good start for that.
Did you ever do digging as a child?
I don't know.
If
like,
not,
I
that
genuinely
could
don't
be
know.
the saving grace.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe that leads them back to the graveyard to look at the crate
Yeah.
again.
Exactly. There it is. Cariosa poking the pig in the nose.
GG Cariosa.
GG's.
Finishing 4th place with an official race time of 2 hours, 50 minutes and 49 seconds. Cuphead going for the final medallion play. Going into Water Temple. Imosoda still fighting Twin Rover.
Imosoda's the one that's gonna feel a little bad because Emo's already beat Water Temple and is gonna have to go back.
Yeah. Also, does Imosoda have the Furrow's Wind? Or not?
No. So you have to climb that tower a second time. Axe, no, stop, bad.
It's actually a really good one.
It is, it's actually really good. Speaking of characters, look who it be.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Kairos,
Hello.
GG.
Thanks.
What'd you think?
Hmm. I guess this was fine. Could have got strength 2 after fire, but I forgot to do the fountain, so yeah.
Yeah, I think picking up that strength 2 that early was the deciding factor on restream for you to take it away.
Yeah, so what did you think about that Way of the Hero Fire Temple for the hook shot?
Yeah, but pretty much know there was a hook in here, but I was really surprised when I got Storm from Burning Cack.
Yeah, I also would have expected something else there. Also, Storm didn't lead to anything, so nah.
Yeah.
But Scales did, logically.
The scales were crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, let's talk about that early CAC play.
This is the best opening ever.
It really was, especially when we started seeing the Kakariko Way of the Heroes roll around about that time. Like, we were like, okay, Kairos is a genius. Like, it's done.
Yeah, but no.
And
You
yeah,
don't need to
didn't pan
anything.
as well. And it ended up being hinted.
Oh, yeah, something I wanted to point out. That Morpher fight, that was you going full meme mode, right?
Oh, it's just really bad.
Oh, so it was, we thought it was on purpose, going for the 5 cycle because it's a meme.
I was laughing myself. It was so bad.
Okay, so it was an accident. Yes, sometimes Morpher just doesn't want to cooperate. That's totally fine.
Morpha just has its days. So, have you watched the restream and see where everyone else is in regards to your?
Not.
Wow, there's a lot of finishers coming in actually. We have Zephyr in 5th place with a time of 2:51, 54:16. Sarah's object finishing just a few seconds later with a time of 2:45:42, 54:42. I can't say numbers today. And Kirok's finishing in 7th place with a time of 2:55:22.
Yeah, like the seed was insane, and then Marco finishing years before everyone else. But, like,
Years,
just
yeah.
there.
I have to say, I have to admit, the bladder is also my biggest enemy in these runs. Like, how do you not go to the toilet for 3 hours? That's insane. And what if you find a key in there? That would really surprise me.
Yeah, that was something that I felt bad about. Is
About the key in your toilet?
no, not the key.
Go ahead.
The fact that Child Spirit was just nothing, basically.
Yeah.
And I
was
think
sad.
out of everyone, I think Cariosa, you were the only one to actually like go in to Child Spirit in the beginning. Like everyone else just found their stuff and then went to Spirit and just did it. But Gordon's looking for Mirror Shield still, so that's just part of the adventure.
How do we miss Mirror Shield?
Missing Mirror Shield. We believe it was misidentified.
Oh, unlucky.
Probably think it's a red rupee or something.
Yeah.
It's bad, man. Imasoda returning to Water Temple to pick up light arrows. Cuphead's still in water searching for the light arrows, I suppose. Oh, still
Cuphead is
finishing
for
up.
the
Still
boss.
finishing up Water Temple. True. Mr. Cup finishing 8th place with a time of 2:57.27. GG, Mr. Cup. That's a boss key for Cuphead.
But honestly, the seed, like we were talking about it earlier, and the seed just wasn't really that bad. It was just the routing, like the logical routing for it, that really made it suck. Like everything was loaded, but getting from point A to point B and that bottleneck of the hook shot and ZL just made it pretty bad.
So I need to go. Thanks for the race stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And GG's.
GG.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
taking part and have a nice day.
Bye bye.
Okay, Cuphead found the light arrows. Found the boss key. But I think
Cuphead's not letters yet.
he's not. Yeah, I wanted to correct myself. He did not find the light arrows yet. So probably he's just returning after finding the hint. Why
Yeah, at
would
this
you?
point, yeah, you know that you can get a hint for it, and there's no point in wasting time
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Gorodin really doesn't have that many locations left, so it's probably finding
Big brother.
something. Yes, probably finding hover boots in Jabu and then going Shadow.
Well,
But-
that would be horrendous. No.
Yeah, but at this point, Gorodin should be able to metagame that, like, if you have someone finishing half an hour before you, it's probably not going Jabu and Shadow. Like, that's nothing that you can do with bare execution.
Oh man, like I can't help but feel bad for Gordon because of this mirror shield location. And Tom Poos finishing in 10th place with a time of 3:00:05.
Just barely missing the sub 3, but still GG. Yeah, Gorodin is lost at this point. Chasing items that don't mean anything. Hover boots, I think hover boots have to be here or in some kind of off check.
You could be in Gans
Oh
Castle.
no, Gorodin's drowning Ruto.
Drown
Oh,
the
no.
fish, yes.
Yeah, drown the fish. How's that? The fish lady has been drowned. How's that even possible? Gorodin might be a little tilted at this point. Maybe.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
I decided on grabbing on stepping in onto the restream.
yeah, welcome on in.
Hi.
I mean, it's your restream after all, so why would
Well,
you be
it's
welcome?
not even running on my own computer.
Your restream now. Everything, all this is yours.
The
I
only
think, like it or
it's my fault if people are trying to stab me again.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. It's just that they
Yeah,
had some points.
it wasn't the
The
worst.
seed was
Q
okay,
games
actually.
ever. Like I said, it wasn't the worst Q game seed ever.
I mean, the stone, like none of the stone dungeons were required.
Yay!
Every time the stream touches is yours.
Everything the stream touches is yours.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Third, it's our.
Okay, Imasol is going to pick up the light arrows in just a few seconds.
This feels bad. It's literally the last check in Water Temple that Emo has to do.
I feel really sad for Gorodin though.
Yeah, Gorodin will probably need a while longer at this point. And there we have it, our light arrows for Emo.
And luckily, Cuphead has 4 as wins, gonna be able to, but Emo is not so lucky.
Huh.
So Emo's gonna have to climb all the way back up.
Minnesota's still ahead by quite some time.
Yep. Also, the color of the gloves Link wears on Emo Soda's side is pretty awesome.
Wow, that's like a little, like it's light blue, maybe with a little mint.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
awesome.
going into the middle. Yeah, that's
I mean,
really awesome.
it looks horrible combined with its tunic color, but
Yeah. Fashion check. Also, Hell Knight finishing 11th place with a time of 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 27 seconds. I almost said 72 seconds. Wow.
numbers really aren't yours today.
No, not really. I mean, in German, I'm not a native speaker. In German, we say the other number first. So,
In German, it's 27!
that was actually really good.
I am
Okay.
German.
Actually, like, I had a suspicion, but I wasn't sure. So, like it's barely noticeable.
Wow.
It's barely
Yay.
noticeable. Also, it seems that a lot of Germans seem to pop up in the community as of late.
Yeah.
Or like, it's just me starting to realize that there's a lot more Germans than I initially thought.
I think at one point we had like half of the restreamers being Germans.
Poor Gordine. Did we see anything in Jabu? I think not. Maybe
I don't
Hover
think
Boots are
so.
still in here. Like, if there's nothing in Jabu, Gordine is going to find the Hover Boots eventually in some awkward off-check, maybe.
Imagine Hoverboots being in Jabu, so he thinks that.
Yeah, it's like
Jabu
immediately going to Shadow.
Oof. That would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gordine's walking a very thin line that could very easily lead to a rabbit hole.
I mean, there's only so much game left, right? We haven't. There's what didn't we see in the sea? Have we seen damper digging?
That it was something.
Have
Yeah.
we seen 1000 horseback archery?
Yes.
Okay. And I wasn't there when it happened.
We have seen everything in GTG, everything in Ice, everything in all the major dungeons. So, and I think we've seen all the fairy fountains too. Is there anything in Hyrule Field left? And we have even seen the Tectec Grotto.
Yeah, we've seen everything.
Yeah, we have seen Shoot the Sun. Quickly going through all the locations that we might or might not have seen. We saw Frogs 1 and the 2 Storms Grottos. We know that Red is foolish. There's really not much left in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially without scrub sanity, the amount of checks is limited to only so much. So you.
Damper Digging wasn't a bow, right? Dampe Race was a bow. Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
Dampe Race 1 was a bow, definitely.
Yeah. Have we seen a third bow, by the way? The second one was on the upper leg, Zoros River, I think. Wow, a 4-second. Yeah, we have a 4-second snipe. Wait, we have a 4-second double snipe. This is crazy. So Ninja was finishing 12th place with a time of 3:07.0. Alfalfa finishing 13th place just 4 seconds after, and then Cornbin finishing 14th place just 4 seconds after Alfalfa. This is crazy. A double 4-second snipe. This is insane. Wow.
Sniped.
So much snipe. Crazy.
Alfalfa commented, lucky number 13 Monka. Most appropriate comment goes to. And we have Emo Soda finishing up the pig.
Yeah. Emo Soda
That was
basically got triple sniped, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That feels awful. But still, GG Emo Soda. Going for the glowing hammer, by the way.
Let's not talk about that. That didn't happen.
What?
What? That's not. Fire alarm.
No.
Sounded like
Alarm. Alarm.
Don't!
I'm not going to say anymore. Okay, Gorodin just finished Baronade, and I think we haven't seen anything in here. Like hover boots on Baronade would be really bad. Okay, nothing was on Baronade. So where are those hover boots then?
I mean, could be in Gannis Castle, but where's this fire?
Where was the mirror's shield again?
Oh yeah, actually, hover boots could be in like the rest of Shadow Temple could actually be. Wait, we don't have Dins yet. We would be.
We don't have Dins. Mirror Shield was on the TARDIS, the crate in the graveyard.
Yeah, the problem is that Cuphead still like mistook the item for something else, so that's really bad.
You mean Gordon?
If either hover boots or Din's Fire are located in Ganon's castle, that would actually be good for Gorodin because they don't have to do Shadow. So that would actually at least like Gorodin
That raises my
has
odds,
two
though,
options then.
I think.
Coming to the conclusions that hey, I missed something, I'm not going to bother with it, I'm going to forfeit. The
It
other
does
one
raise
would
the odds
be
that it'll be number 2.
going to reevaluate the checks that you already did. Yeah, so that would
There's
point
fucking
you
something in
that
this.
direction, I guess. Yeah, going for the Storms check actually makes sense still. Yeah, probably going for a small cleanup section while Cuphead is picking up light arrows. Also, light arrows being on the base, basically on the last check for Cuphead. But everyone has done that, I think. Except for the person picking it up along the way. Sadly, I don't remember
Okay.
who it was exactly.
Sadly, Emo Soda will not join us for an interview, which is not that bad.
Understand.
So we can all wish him some GGs and to let him leave.
GG, hold on.
GG's, Emo.
So it's just Gorodin and Cuphead left.
Wondering where I think Gordon is going back adult now.
Has Gorodin done... No. Gorodin knows that market is foolish.
Yeah. I'm just wondering where to go now.
What is there even left?
There's not much. That's the thing. There's really not much.
Why is it that as soon as I decide to get into the restream, I get cold and beepy things go off and everything's breaking.
Everything goes wrong. Just...
Yeah. Should have just stayed away in shame.
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 Someone give me my bell.
Okay, let's see if Cuphead can pull off a clean Ganondorf fight. Wait, I have issues with reloading at the worst time. Oh, missed the one cycle apparently. Need to refresh my page real quick. Already rechecking the map if there's anything left to do in dungeons.
Yeah, like I think Gordon's thinking maybe there's something in Spirit. Which is
Yeah.
interesting. Gordon
Wait.
has Flora's Wind set at the top of Spirit.
Was that a 3-cycle Ganondorf?
For me, I had issues with reloading the stream.
Same.
I think it was a
Yeah,
2.
I think it was a 2-cycle, but
That's
one
why.
cycle we had to watch one cycle twice. Entering the Ganon fight. A lot of people jump slash into cutscenes, but on this particular cutscene, I would I would never do that. Like I don't want to save a few frames just to risk missing the Master Sword jump slash and then having to use nuts. Or like having to really
I mean, you can use anything if you're missing your Master Sword slash.
Yeah, but I don't want to miss it. Like I don't miss it.
Yeah,
Also, extra save. That's you can use a lot of things. Can't you even just throw bombs above his head or something? Oh, Doc keeps getting sniped. So we have Vargavli finishing 16th place with a time of 3:13.16, and Doc keeps finishing just 12 seconds after him on 17th place. GG's to both of you. Yeah, even if there's textures, like my execution is not 100% consistent. So I tend to. Wait, is Carpet actually going for nuts strats?
Yep.
It's FDW.
He's actually memeing at that point.
Yeah.
Or does he? I mean, he does have hammer, and I think he also has big bull run, but I'm not sure about
Yes.
that.
Yes, he should have both. And also he stored the jump slash into the fight just to pick up the nuts. That must be on purpose at this point. Probably going back to fire of all places.
I mean, didn't check here last time, so.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deduce that Pierre is a key at this point, right? Going to check the map first. I like to go for the map check too. Yeah, there's one check and there's one spare key, so this place is not worth going for.
Okay, and there we have Cuphead. Almost slaying the beast.
Get your GG's ready in chat for Cuphead.
There it is. GG.
Bon bah je sais pas s'il y a encore quelqu'un mais ça sent le forfait.
What if Cuphead joins us for an interview?
Yeah, let's see. I have already texted him. I just need to wait for his answer.
Okay, so where's Gordon heading now?
Maybe finishing up stuff in the Gerudo end, or maybe cleaning up stuff on Hyrule Field. At this point, Hover Boots or Din's Fire must be in the castle. Ganon's castle. There's no-
Welcome, Cuphead. How are you?
Hey Cuphead, GG.
But
Là je vais voir les toilettes de
it
GTA.
is what it is. It's pretty good. Not bad.
Mais après ça.
Yeah, that seed was kind of wild.
My fault, sorry.
Ça j'en ai aucune putain d'idée. Quoi.
That strength 2 was expected almost to be cross wasteland for ZL and then get strength 2 out of that. That first win pissed me off, I want to say.
The Furor's win.
Yeah, the Furor's win. Like, oh look, strength 2. Oh look, there's Furor's. You could have used both of those a second ago.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Let's not forget the long shot on diving in the lab. So both of those scales in Way of the Hero areas.
Yeah, we're actually required. That's just hilarious.
I was very sad when I got hammer in a pretty pedestrian spot because, you know, I had to climb fire twice. But I was going to be very pog. Once I got the long shot, I was very pog about climbing fire early and getting that scale and the hook shot. But then, you know, if I had hammer, I wouldn't have had to done it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another we have another attender for best comment on that seed. Master Alex commented, "Lol, some big brain plays and one very small brain play."
So, did anyone find the hovers or the dins? Because I was going to be very scared if Shadow is where light arrows were. No?
No one
Wow.
on Restream has found them yet.
So, probably in Ganon's castle. Just.
There is not much left. Like,
Yeah,
I think
Gordon is.
Everybody already seen everything.
Yeah, we've seen almost everything that isn't in Ganon's castle.
Merde, j'ai même pas regardé mes clés.
Yeah.
Ça se trouve, je fais ça
It's
pour
like
rien.
Hovers-
Gordon's not sure.
Hovers would have been really nice for that water, I want to say.
Yeah.
Juste une.
Having to do an entire seed without hover boots is really painful.
Speaking of water, how do you feel about the light
Non, mais
arrows
c'est
on
une
the
clé
dragon
dans les
chest?
toilettes.
I was going to be very mad if I had to lower the water again. I would have been extremely fucking triggered.
It worked out in the end though.
Attends, j'ai tout fait, j'ai...
Yeah.
I think Gordon is still thinking.
Yeah, Gordon's still racking their brain as to where it could be.
Quand j'ai fait le maze tout à l'heure, j'ai cru oublier un coffre.
Like all the way the hero locations in the in the entire seed were just loaded. Everything that was way of the hero had at least more than one thing in it. It was wild.
That double cack though.
Yeah.
That double
Minuet
attack
Way
is-
of the Hero was like, ah, really? Really? Do I really need Minuet Way of the Hero? Like, I'm glad to have Minuet, but
Lac c'est fait.
Hoping for
Delphine,
something a
c'est
little
fait,
better
Coquille
in that
Forêt, c'est
song.
fait.
that something would have been on
Those
chickens,
foods.
but then chickens got hinted, and we were like, oh.
yeah.
Didn't we see the chickens hint after everyone did it already?
Cac.
I think
Double
most of the
voler.
people had done it. I know Carioso rushed
J'ai
chickens.
Yeah.
Like, first
that's
thing.
I did not touch a
Ça fait le
chicken.
tour, lui, là.
Perfect. Perfect.
I was counting those Way of the Heroes. I was like, well, we got Iron Boots. That's definitely a Way of the Hero. It's double Way of the Hero. So what's the song? Oh, Minuet? Crap. Now I have to look where Sares is. And then Sares was on Minuet. It was like, oh, okay. Well, there's a Way of the Heroes. I don't really need to rush chicken.
Fontaine, Ice
I
Canyon,
can
ça
let
fait
that
depuis
simmer.
Sévarine.
Let it think for a little while.
Shadow, je peux
Yeah,
pas.
and then like we'd said, going up
Eric,
into
j'ai
Way of the
fait-
Hero Fire Temple and getting a hook shot, and then gold scale,
j'ai
and
peur,
long
hein.
shot being on
À
being
ce
gold
niveau-là,
scale
parce que
locked.
je pense que j'ai rien oublié. Je
That,
pense que c'est un indice
that
que
was
j'ai mal lu.
hilarious.
like, even if you
Genre
didn't,
les coups,
you know,
le
even if
coffre
you
de
would
la
have
volée.
Iron
Je sais
Boots
qu'il y en a un
and
des
then
deux, c'est
did the
un-
hook shot
un-
trick, you needed the hook
Un
shot.
bouclier.
So you had to get one of
Mais j'ai
those
cru que c'était DQ Shield.
to get the
Ça se
long
trouve,
shot.
c'était écrit Mirror Shield, puis...
True.
And then boss key on the Goron, and then also there was lens in
Mhm.
Fire Temple too that was logically required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see,
really
just-
wild.
Wild.
I was glad the boss key was late because it gave me all the excuse to full clear fire. But I was really hoping that people would get key locked at Pierre, but the key layout didn't play into that, unfortunately. I want people to get owned by Pierre. Instead, it was just a small key that you didn't need. Very sad.
Yeah, I think out of everyone, only one person on Restream actually got Pierre the first time through. I think everyone else like went back and double dipped fire for it.
I got bodied by early fire though. It's very annoying because I went there, like I went adult and I was like, okay, let's go check this song and let's get key locked out of fire.
Si, on est d'accord, c'est
And
vrai.
then, you know, with like 4 hearts and whatever, like nothing. It was like, why are you giving me 3 small keys? No, don't stop.
Well,
Oui,
it
je
was
sais
so
pas,
bad
qu'est-ce
because
que
while
c'est
you were doing that and getting
River,
bodied by
j'ai
the
fait.
fire, I think it was Gordon found the hammer, and we're like, oh no.
Ah, c'est triste, quoi.
Yeah,
Le jour où je suis
yeah,
en
that's how it be
stream,
sometime.
j'oublie un check. Quoi.
I mean, I still would have gotten bodied by the fire, but
But I mean, it was definitely a good thing to check early on because it was Way of the Hero, and you got an early Bolero, so wasn't a bad play at all.
Je sais pas.
I was hoping that the Bolero song would have been something better, but instead it was. What was that? Like, oh, it was
Mais
Serenade,
c'est absolument
which was
pas.
good, but like I could have had that at the end of Adult 1 rather than at the start.
Oh non, j'ai l'indice.
That's how it be.
Sometimes it be like times.
C'est affreux. Pour moi, j'ai oublié aucun check.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have any?
Well, you can talk.
Oh, I was just gonna ask Cuphead if he had any other questions or comments about the seed.
Did anyone find the other strength? Out of curiosity.
No.
So that could be Ganon's as well.
Yeah, we haven't seen Strength, we haven't seen Hover Boots, we haven't seen Din's Fire, and we also didn't see the
Ça
Paperweight,
aurait pu
funnily
miroir
enough.
film dans le menu, quoi.
Oh wow.
And what else was there? I think that's about it.
I think we found everything else.
Everything else we did find. We even found the claim check, which is useless.
Dans la claque.
Yeah.
Also, maybe the
Splendid.
third bow. I'm not sure where the third bow is. Or
Sinon,
other bomb bags and
Raviard,
stuff.
j'ai tout fait.
Not too important though.
Also, while that's happening, Gorodin is walking back through time and getting child again.
Don't tell me Gordon is going to commit to well.
Oh, le con.
Well's barren, so
Yeah, that's like what? There isn't any other checks left in the game for Gordon right now. I think so. Like maybe
Where-
missing a Song of Storms check or something.
I mean,
Graveyard.
God. So
Please.
Depuis
Please,
le
Gordon.
début, je
yeah,
sais
Gordon
le
is missing the
mirror.
mirror shield.
Yeah.
Where was the mirror shield?
It was in Graveyard on
Oh.
the
Yeah, it's on
Box.
the crate. The problem, yeah. Oh, Gordon got the boomerang ready. Yeah, this is very sad. Gordon figured it out.
Gordon remembers and is like, oh no.
Yeah. Gordon
That
figured
would be
it
a big oh no, I guess.
out. Yeah.
Oh, j'ai le seum.
shout out to me planting the bean and then going, oh, I have boomerang.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. We're like, wait.
I think Emo Soda even had the boomerang equipped to the C button.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I didn't need that bean, so whatever. Just a bad equip at the end
Also
of the day.
the long shot was also like it was possible to pick it up with the long shot. So
Hey, where's he going?
Gordon figured it out.
I gotta walk back to castle. Doesn't
Je
have
l'avais
Prelude.
noté en plus dans mes.
Yeah, Prelude on OT. I was
Serenade's a bit faster.
Je l'avais noté dans mon document
Yeah,
en plus.
Serenade
que
it.
Il était au.
Just want to take a walk of shame, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, this is so bad.
I would really be sad if that happened to me. I think I would be really mad at myself.
J'ai le seum.
I mean, you are the only person yourself that you
Faudrait que je
can blame
regarde
for
à
this
quel
mistake.
moment j'ai trouvé Forge 2.
Yeah, it sounds harsh, but like if you,
Yeah.
I tend to take a closer
Parce qu'à
look. Like,
partir du
I
moment où je
even look
trouve
at it
Force
for
2,
1 or 2 seconds to really
je suis un
confirm
peu
what it
mal.
is. Because I really don't want to be in that situation. But then again, for every check that you confirm visually, it's like a few seconds that you lose over better players. It's something to consider. I mean, stuff like that happens. The brain does weird things every once in a while. We are
Right,
human
like
after all.
AFK noises.
Yeah. Pretty
Where's
much.
our strength 2?
Two?
Because
It was in Death Mountain Crater.
Gorodin has it. It's just
Yeah.
not on its own tracker. Okay,
Yeah.
that confused me for a second.
Yeah. So the rest of the items should actually be in Ganon's castle. I mean, it's good for Gorodin, because if there was something like Hover Boots and Dins and Jabu or something, he would have gone to Shadows there.
Yeah,
Pointed.
that would be really disappointing.
So this really bailed him out again for the last time.
The prospect of Jabu really scared me a little bit, but
Méga.
Yeah,
Glad I
Java
was
was
able to
get it.
available quite early, I think.
yeah.
With the letter was in Forest, I believe, and the boomerang was available really early on top of DC.
I opened Jabu, but I was like, no, we're not doing this. Not today, Satan.
Yeah, I saw you opening it up, and I was like, what's going on here?
Mais pourquoi j'ai pas équipé le miroir?
Like you might, I got a fish. I might have to come back. Might as well just do it, get it over with. But you know,
At least Gorodin will find the boss key right now
Eh non,
instead
fallait
of
les
going
bombes.
back.
Je fais n'importe quoi.
I wanted to check the hint stones anyway. So and
Yeah.
I was going to warp out anyway. So it's just like, Oh, and I think I got the skulls. Yeah, that's right. I was still getting skulls at that point.
Gordon,
J'ai
please.
fait Ice Cavern.
Gordon does not have boss key and is turning the statues. Why though?
Is
think
the boss key in that one
Yeah,
chest?
it's in that one chest right there.
I think
Oh,
Cuphead was
hope you
actually
open
the
it.
first one to pick with the up 30
Ice
stars.
Cavern.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
J'ai
Cuphead
fait
blasted through those skulls.
GTG.
Did Gorodin just walk past it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a shame.
Oh, okay. So Gorodin is going to
J'ai
set the
fait
boss
plein de
right
trucs pour rien
now,
de toute façon.
and then drop down to get the
Enfin,
one
j'ai
other
vu
thing,
surtout aussi.
and then walk back up again. Well, I mean, you could just use the long shot, right? That's also a possibility.
En plus, je
But
suis
still, you
sûr
have
que
to go with
trouver la
the-
force.
so- Wait.
au cratère, à la force
They
de...
have
moment
boss key.
to manage, and
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3. Quack.
It's bad.
Right, set for his win,
Hmm.
please.
I mean, it's
like
technically
a walk of
don't-
shame.
because they have the long shot, you don't really need it. Like,
Well,
it's
he
not
needs it
bad.
because the boss key is in that chest.
There we go.
Oh yeah, true. You need to go right back to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, Gorodin recognized it. Good.
Ferraris will always port you to the last point where you step through a door or a loading zone.
Rose is really nice there.
Ah, je suis
Right
des-
back to the top.
En plus, j'ai trouvé les lighter roses dans Water, ça m'a mis grave bien. Oh yes. Les Water sans
that's
Rodel, ça m'a mis
maximum
grave bien. Et
disrespect,
moi je fais quoi? Je
that's
le
not
cache.
right.
Aïe.
Seems like you
The
thought.
game's just flipping you off at this point.
Valid.
Yay!
Is he the only one who got Greg?
No, I think emo.
Emo
Greg,
Soda got
and-
it.
La plateforme est descendue.
Can
How
you also
about-
watch in go mode? I think it's very.
So- So which one is Greg?
The single one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
groupie.
I got that. I full cleared Adult Spirit.
So yeah, then you
I was-
really got it.
I was 50-50 hoping that, either way, I was hoping either I'd get boss key or that my going ice cavern would pay out. And it turned out I just got the boss key. I really didn't want to cross the wasteland again and get boned though.
With Requiem technically not being required, it was a really nice command.
Like if you knew where light arrows were, and you knew that there was a key and the boss key on the adult side, like yeah, you could probably cross the wasteland again. But I really did not want to. Oof. Oh, and I was at like 1.5 heart or something for Twin Rova. I was so scared.
Understandable.
Like
Emo
I
got-
never get hit during Rova, but if I did, I would have been very sad.
Yeah, like Emo Soda got like really bodied during Twin Rova because they kept on hitting the corner that he was trying to climb up on. And so he'd like get up there and he'd wait and be like, okay, I'm good. Get up there and get knocked immediately off and take like 3 hearts of damage. And that happened like 2 or 3 times. It was great.
Oh no. Also,
When is
Un cycle.
Words
It's a
for
quality of life change,
Ah,
so
ça
that
va le
Twin
faire.
Rover doesn't start until you get up
J'ai un
there.
BGS.
Come on.
There's an option for enabling useful cutscenes that will enable the Twin Rover
Yeah,
when
but-
you first go
But
into
Fig actually did that quality of life change. It's just not merged yet. And obviously, we're still on 5.2, so even if it
Mec, j'ai
was.
cherché pendant 1 heure. Je
But
sais
that
pas
would
si
be
t'étais là.
nice. Oh, it did get merged into Romans? Well, hopefully it'll get PR'd to main dev. I think Fig wanted all his stuff to get tested on Romans before PRing it to dev.
Donc, tu vois, One Cycle,
nice
ça
and
ira.
clean.
J'ai cherché mon Go mode pendant, je sais pas, 50 minutes.
Our runners had to go back for
40,
lighting
50,
rows.
50
Two of
minutes.
them just get to go
Alors que je
fight
savais
it.
depuis
Nice.
I was just
Alors,
thinking that the Twin
la
Rover phase
40e
2
minute
kill from
de
Gorodin
jeu.
was like,
où il était en fait.
it looked more like not the
C'était un
standard kill,
freestanding.
but it looked
Je
more
l'avais
like a
vu.
backup, but it was
Je l'ai
really
noté dans mon
smooth
document.
to be
Et
just
je l'ai
safe. Like,
oublié.
it looked very well executed and planned, so I think Gorodin has practiced a really,
Je
really
suis
good
deg.
backup. Or this was like the way he intended to do it all along.
I mean, it was
C'est le
slap,
mirror, il était au grévien.
jump slash, and then two.
J'ai tout fait.
Yeah, that's
J'ai
like
fait
one
GTG,
hit
AX,
extra.
j'abus
That's like one hit extra. I
avant
think.
de.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ouais.
it's not
Ah, bref.
the optimal way to do it. So yeah, maybe that was just a save.
Bomb shoes! Yeah!
Putain, en plus, j'ai vu, j'étais content, je l'avais esquivé.
At least Gorodin has the light arrows already, so this is going to be smooth sailing from here on out.
J'avais réussi à esquiver Jabu alors qu'on avait RL et boomerang.
Yeah, just
J'avais pas
cleanly
tenté, j'avais
playing
Ah, tu
down
regardais à
the
côté
Ganondorf and killing the pig.
Alors tu dis ça parce que. Et voilà.
After glitching into the Rainbow Bridge.
En vrai, j'allais voir ma VOD et regarder le temps à
Now
laquelle,
it's time for our
enfin,
favorite
auquel
minigame. Tower
j'ai trouvé
of
ma force 2.
Power.
Parce que au moment où je trouve
Where
la
does that
force
come
2,
from?
je suis en go mode en fait. Je suis en go mode.
The final
Donc
game,
à
guys,
partir de ce moment-là, il faut que je calcule Spirit.
a well-deserved finish.
Combien de temps, enfin, il faudra que j'ajoute Spirit et la fin de Water quoi.
Yep.
Pour voir où j'aurais fini.
Shout out to the person like accidentally
pas fini.
clicking
Bah,
done in
si.
2 hours. I was like,
Forcément,
Yeah,
Yeah!
it was like just over 2 hours, and it was like,
45 minutes. Bah,
wait,
Wait.
there must be
vraiment.
something very convenient. in the way.
Everyone was like, GG, GG, GG. What?
wait, what?
Then he undone. Oops, debated.
Tu sais s'il y a. Enfin,
That's
si,
the
j'ai un
problem
truc.
with
LOL.
automating everything that you bought.
Tu sais, il y a combien de personnes qui ont fini?
How do you account for these situations? You cannot, yeah, like there's no way you can fail safe your bot for things like that.
Yeah.
Ah, je-
Just
I mean-
like, where is the items then?
Il y en a combien qui ont fini?
Oh, that was close.
Termine tranquille. Ça veut dire quoi ça? Genre je suis dernier, c'est ça? Quoi 25? Je suis 25ème?
Just over 2 hours.
Il y a 25 qui ont
It
fini?
did seem possible.
Yeah, at that point we didn't have all
But-
the information.
Very unlikely, but
Bon, je
possible.
sois nul.
I mean,
J'ai
Marco
fait
finished at
quoi, là?
226, but that's because of Marco.
Yeah.
That's because Marco.
By the way, when did Marco start racing randomizers again? I thought he was more busy with just OOT speedrunning.
I
Putain. Je crois que j'ai...
I think it should be like a month ago or
J'ai trouvé
something.
ma force 2 à 2,50, un truc comme ça.
I think I haven't seen Marco on weeklies in months, but
2,49.
I've not
He
been
actually was on. He actually was on the weekly yesterday.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't
C'est trop
involved.
costaud.
He was live in the NA weekly. I actually wanted to have him in the weekly and do a really hype speedy race, and then I saw that he was there just yesterday.
Ah. Donc le premier...
Wow. But that looked really cool. Like
Yeah.
climbing down.
Nice save. Nice save.
Speaking of nice saves,
Having some invincibility
Oh.
frames while while
top
attempting to
5.
climb down. I think the game just didn't know what to do
Top
with
5.
him at that point. Like getting hit
Ouais,
on
hier,
the exact same frame that you start climbing might confuse the game. It just didn't matter.
I feel like once he starts throwing it, you should move forward so that he doesn't have a chance to reflect it back at you. I've gotten on too many times, so I always step forward a couple steps before bottling.
Oh, le bâtard.
Sometimes he can just like reflect the lightning bolt in really short notice.
I love how
Yeah.
Gavin is just literally destroying his own arena just because he can.
Yeah.
Big
Imagine
jerk.
destroying your own castle.
And I can understand he would destroy it when he was defeated.
Yeah, like out of tilt.
Après, il peut
Ganondorf
manger.
is so
De
tilted
ouf.
right now.
Genre quoi, il a mis 30 minutes à
That's
tourner.
like the ultimate salt.
Yeah. Destroying your own castle, like in your entire castle.
Also,
I mean-
Cuphead. Store the jump slash and then nut strats. Come on.
I somehow, for the first time I ever, accidentally, after the first crouch stab, swung the hammer. I heard the clunk and I was like, oh fuck, dude.
Attends,
Oh,
ça fait même pas.
no.
Oh
And I
no.
was like, okay, well, I guess we gotta nut the rest of them.
It was in the way. We didn't hear that.
No,
So you switch over to nuts, and we were like, "Excuse me, what?"
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. There was definitely, I didn't see it, but I heard the clunk and I was like, oh, really? How did I do that?
Oh no.
Good thing you had enough nuts.
Yeah. I was actually kind of low on nuts compared to what I, had 30 nut capacity. I only had like 13, 14 nuts.
Ah,
It was a
my
little
God.
over 10. So you had a
Especially-
way enough.
Yeah, you,
Especially
you,
since I was
Je
just
suis
spraying
désolé,
them all
c'était la
over the
première fois que
place
j'étais en web stream.
you had
without
one
hitting it.
left after
Désolé pour-
defeating Ganon phase 1.
Ça n'a pas été fameux.
Speaking of Ganon phase 1,
Then what?
there goes it for Gorodine. And at that point, I would really like to thank our trackers again, namely Purple, Turska, J-Bone25, and Drag43 for having us here and having our backs while we are making stupid or funny
Ça va, elle
comments.
était pas si...
Keepers are the real unsung heroes.
En vrai, elle
Yep.
était pas si
The
horrible.
commentators just do the stupid part.
Ah,
Yeah, commentators just kind of have the fun. Oh,
C'est
is,
2,26.
is my internet lagging out or was
Ah,
that
Je
Gordon's
peux pas faire de
stream?
26 en temps.
Oh no.
I can say.
Je vais voir depuis quand tu m'étonnes.
Hey,
Or
That's it.
speed just crashes.
I think at that point we can go over to the interview screen. There we are. Are we there? I don't know.
Yes, we transitioned.
Nice.
Yeah. GG's Gordon.
GG's.
Most definitely GG's. Also GG's to all the other guys who finished already.
So we'll give a brief moment of silence for the 4 people who forfeited.
Yeah. Briefed. Okay.
That was it. Yeah, there's still 5 people left in the race.
Yeah.
So they duking it out, but
I think we will never again reach that levels of bad and forfeited as in I think it was my second race that I restreamed ever, where we had like 40 attendance and 25 forfeits.
Wow,
That's
that's a
pretty
lot.
bad.
You've got to roll bad, really bad.
Yeah, that was 3.0, so we also had a lot of stupid seeds left and stupid things that weren't quality of life already. And we had to do basically everything. It was just a bad seed at all.
Shoutouts to the old days of Rando when you needed a sword to do fishing.
Also, when you couldn't peek items. Yeah, the Kokiri sword to put child fishing in logic, that was hilarious.
Gorodin can join us for an interview, so GG to him. Well, is there anything left we can talk about?
I mean, Racer's good, Seed bad, Very Way of the Heroes.
Yeah, at least
Right,
like,
good, seed bad, blame Tress.
the most important in this seed was actually, in my opinion, that there was no hovers or dins anywhere to be found, so no one was baited into the big time sinks of this. Big Shadow.
The only thing that really got me angry was ZL on Requiem required to
Yeah.
then go back. Like
Yeah,
that
that
was
was-
the big. That's the big FU.
Yeah, that was the worst item placement or song placement in the case that you could have. Like, crossing the wasteland hurts.
Yeah. Requiem on Requiem would have been less triggering.
Yeah.
At least then you know you only have to do it once.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly for Nocturne to be out there. I wanted it. Just so we have to dip Shadow for something.
Been funny, but at least you're able to work out that ZL is on Requiem pretty quickly in that seed. Once you got Nocturne and Prelude, and I was like, yeah, that's the only one place it could be. And then you just gotta hope for the 50-50 that Requiem was in the grave, and it was not. Screw you.
For a lot of
Risk was
players,
calculated.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I say the risk was calculated, but boy, am I bad at math.
I don't think I have anything more to add now.
Yeah, take us home, Q game.
Yay! Sending the sheeps home. I'm just seeing that ZeldaSpeedRuns 1 is also done with their race. So we can just rate someone who is in the race already. Like in the weekly.
Let's rate Pambos.
Yeah, but I thought about that. Okay. So I will just give you to the end screen, say goodbye to every one of you, and then we can go over to Happy Pembles and wish him a nice end of his stream. Thank you to all the runners participating in this race. Also, thank you to my lovely commentators, Devin, Luna Soap, and
Yeah, let's not forget Spell here.
Spell?
was here for a good chunk of it.
yeah, he was there for a good chunk of it. I just didn't recognize his name right now. And also, thanks again to all the trackers. And then see you next time here on ZeldaSpeedRuns 2.
For having me, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's my note? My note is away. No. I wanted to have it smooth, but I can't do it smooth because my control panel bugged away.
It's a bit offline, I think.
No.
Still
Okay.
not. We still
Now, see you next time on ZeldaSpeedRuns.